Welcome, everyone, to tonight's Battle for Highway 331 here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Kaden, Atkins, Trenton Kraft, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network as the Bremen Lions head south to the Trojan Tundra to take on the Triton Trojans. This is the 56th meeting between these two teams dating back to the 1965 season. Bremen leads the all-time series. Triton's last win came back in 2009, and last home win against Bremen was in 1972. Both teams faced off against LaVille. Both teams fell, but both battled hard against the talented LaVille team. Triton got back into the win column last week with the win in conference play against Kaden, and Bremen is looking to get back into that column after a loss against Mishawaka-Marion. Kaden, we saw Triton really kind of just blossom last week. You know, a tough week and for obvious reasons, but at the same time they really battled hard and really capitalized off turnovers.
Yeah, as you said, they found themselves back in the win column. 35-16 score last week against Kaden, put them back up to 2-1. And yeah, the turnovers were the big thing there. Kaden on the very first drive fumbled the ball, and Triton got off to a hot start and just never looked back.
And and also like we mentioned, the Shoe Boys are now back in action. And now you got the 1-2 punch with Trace being back, and that was a big lift up for those guys. I mean, you sit there and you look at him there and against that front. I mean, not a bad way to start.
Yeah, not a bad way to start at all. 70 yards and a touchdown for Trey Shoe, but I mean Anthony Shoe just continues to be a tear this year. 140 yards per game, 5 touchdowns on the year, and now with his brother Trace back there, that load is going to be lifted off of him. So look for bigger plays when he does get to touch the ball.
And we saw guys really step up. We still see the guys step up on the defensive side. We got 3 guys tied for the most tackles on the season. That's solo and assist tackles combined with Riley Wood, Cunningham, and Lemler. Or Landon Lemler, and Amari Snyder's right there with 20. So we got a lot. We're seeing these guys get more and more aggressive to going to the ball there on defense.
It's all gang tackles. It's not just solo tackles, and that's what you want to see. From a coach's perspective, you want to see all 11 guys flying to the ball on every single play, and that's one thing that Triton has really done well this year. But tonight, Bremen, they're going to throw the ball. It's going to be probably the most balanced offense that Triton has seen all year, and Triton has to be ready for that. The secondary cannot play passive, and they have to be ready to come up and make plays.
And we sit there and we look at this Bremen team. Of course, Nunemaker, the quarterback, but they got guys that can run the ball and get out and go as well there. And for them, what are we looking at? What we want to see from those guys?
Just like you said, Nunemaker is going to be the quarterback. Lance Moser and Austin McKenzie are going to be their 2 leading tailbacks. They're going to get the bulk of their carries along with Nunemaker, but they average 200 yards a game rushing the ball, 75 yards a game passing, and they've shown that they can move the ball, but they can't always convert that into points, only averaging 17 points per game coming into this one. And
Triton, for them, that's right around the point what they've allowed per game. They've held teams the most points that Triton's allowed all season, 16 points in the game, and, if the defense can hold tight, they can really slow down that Bremen offense.
Yeah, I agree. And then on the other side of that, Bremen defensively, they've had a real up and down season. 14 points to LaVille, 14 points South Bend Washington. But then last week, Mishawaka-Marion came in there and blew the roof off, 48 points against a Bremen team that kind of looked shell-shocked out there. They averaged a sack a game. It came down to a throwing situation. I think that Bremen defense could put pressure on Cole Shively when he weren't able to get that throw off.
Yeah, and look at there with Mosier and Mangus both combined 3 sacks between the 2 players. They can get after the quarterback, and that's just, like I said, you don't see that a lot because everybody usually runs the ball in high school, at least in our area, but that's just kind of shows you how good the pass rush is for Bremen.
Coming into this one, Bremen is favored by 7 points, 24-17, according to John Harrell. And for those who have followed these 2 teams, you would know that that's nothing new. Triton has not been victorious against Bremen for over 10 years. So tonight, just the key thing is going to be the turnover battle. Triton has shown when they can force turnovers, they can win games, and vice versa for Bremen. They're going to have to hold on to that ball if they want a shot to win this one.
So with that being said, the battle continues, and the 2 questions remain before kickoff. Can the Trojans tame the Lions from up the road, or will the Lions continue their reign against the Trojans? Well, folks, we'll have the answers for you coming up next right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
It's time for our fall homecoming as the nominees are headed to the middle of the field here.
Wait right here. I'd like to remind everybody to be sure and stop by the C3 cart near the concession stands. You can get a free pom-pom, clapper, or cowbell. Connect Group's kickoff this Sunday with a pool party at the Stickler's House, 401 Rose Lane here in Bourbon. If you're a 9th through 12th grade student, we hope to see you there. And if you look directly behind the visitors' bleachers, that is the Stickler House. The Triton Athletic Department would like to thank Lutheran Health Network and Optimum Performance Sports for providing our athletic trainer, Eric Callahan. Thanks again to the Lutheran Health Network for supporting Triton Athletics. Also like to remind everybody that at halftime, the class of 1971's football team will be recognized. Our band will be performing, and the junior high football players will also be recognized. Now, at this time, we'd like to introduce the candidates for our homecoming court. For the freshmen, Tessa Coop, daughter of Dwayne and Kinsey Coop. She's being escorted by Dante Workman, son of Lindsay Workman. Sophomores, Hannah Snyder, daughter of Jeffrey and Jonna Snyder, being escorted by Anthony Shue Jr., son of Kristen and Anthony Shue. For the juniors, Kinsey Atkins, daughter of Krista and Kevin Atkins, being escorted by Amari Snyder, grandson of Crystal and Mark Snyder. And your senior class nominees, Clarissa Sliz, daughter of Heidi Cooper and Jason Sliz, being escorted by Dominic Smith, son of Scott Smith and Virginia Early. The next candidate is McKenna May. She's the daughter of Jeremy and Terry May. She is being escorted by Tyler Amsden, son of Carl and Jessica Amsden. And our final senior candidate, Lucy Cormican, daughter of Casey and Bubba Cormican.
She's being escorted by Jacob Klein, son of Billy and Julie Klein. Now for the Prince and Princess. The winner of the 2021 Homecoming Prince is Anthony Shue Jr. And it's a sophomore sweep. The winner of the 2021 Homecoming Princess is Hannah Snyder. All right, now your 2021 Homecoming team is Tyler Amsden. Your 2021 Homecoming Queen is, where'd it go? McKenna May. Ladies and gentlemen, your homecoming court. Anthony Shue and Hannah Snyder, and Tyler Amsden and McKenna May. On behalf of the Triton community and entire staff and student body, Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome Bremen as our guest at tonight's contest. Triton Junior Senior High School and Bremen are playing this event through an agreement entered into by both schools. As members of the IHSAA, both schools have agreed to abide by the bylaws of the IHSAA to ensure the highest possible standards of conduct during this event. Our officials for tonight's contest: Patrick Faust, Bruce Hershey, Michael Kelly, Jay Miller, and Jacob Yoder. We ask that all fans and players demonstrate an attitude of good sportsmanship throughout today's contest, no matter what personal feelings of loyalty they may have toward one team or the other. Disruption of this or any athletic contest will be grounds for removal and the possible exclusion from attending future events. Your cooperation is appreciated. Thank you. Once again, be sure to stop by the C3 cart near the concession stands for a free pom-pom, clapper, or cowbell. Connect groups kick off this Sunday with a pool party at the Stichter's house. 401. I'd like to announce the Triton Trojans football fundraiser. 1 ticket for $5, 5 tickets for $20. The donations and awards will be $200 gift card from Ruoff Mortgage, sponsored by Whitney Swanson. $100 gift card, Cornerstone at Cedar, sponsored by Jim and Misha Conley. 2 $75 meat packages, Shively Freezer Beef, Tim and Lori Shively. Friendly cows taste better. A $50 gift card from Journey's Inn, donated by Natalie Brookins and Mike Kuntz. A $50 gift certificate for Arbonne, donated by Kelly Westerfer. 2 packages from Subway and Bourbon Street Pizza. 1 package is 3 free 6-inch subs and 2 free large pizzas. The second package is 3 free large pizzas and 2 free subs. A $25 gift card from The Standard. Reichert and Net apparel package. For 2-hour work shift from our football team. If you need your garage cleaned, yard work, anything like that, they'll be there to help you for 2 hours. All monies raised will go to the Triton football team to help fund team dinners, new uniforms, and much more. Thank you for supporting our team and investing in Triton Junior Senior High School athletics. The drawing will be held October 1st at the home football game. Winners do not need to be present. Would you like to purchase a ticket? Contact any THS football player. For tickets and or questions, you may also contact Lori Shively at 574-532-5166. And yes, there are your Trojans. Triton School Corporation is a proud partner of the Kosciuszko Community Hospital. During each home varsity football game this year, the Triton Athletic Department is recognizing the KCH Fan of the Week. The Fan of the Week is part of each game's theme. Tonight, the Trojans want to thank our healthcare workers. If you are a healthcare worker, please stand and be recognized. The KCH Fan of the Week is an individual who makes a difference in the Triton community. This week, our Fans of the Week are our school nurses who have been instrumental in helping us keep our children and families safe as we fight against COVID-19. Let's give a warm welcome to Nurse Jerry Newman and Nurse Naomi Mulligan. Thank you for everything you do for our Triton community. At this time, if you'll please rise, face the flag in the north end zone. Gentlemen, if you can, kindly remove your hats, as we will honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Okay, I'm just gonna get this all pulled up. Oh, welcome everybody as we get ready. The pregame festivities underway. As we're gonna go to Don's audio real quick.
Tragically passed away on August 28th. The Bremen community raised $1,000 for Cameron's family. Cameron's number was number 57, as Bremen has his jersey with that number. Bremen are presenting the money to Cameron's family tonight. The Triton community says, thank you, Bremen, for your support during this time. Thank you very much.
Very classy move there from the neighbors there to the north after our school corporation was struck a tragedy a couple weeks ago. Very, very classy move. They were also here last Saturday during the football game helping out along on the sidelines as well. So very, very cool of them, Triton.
Yeah, it feels like it's more than just football. It's a brotherhood, even if you're on opposing teams.
No matter what, when you're out there on the, I mean, yeah, you're battling out there on the field, but off the field, you're just as close because that football, you're part of that fraternity. I mean, that football fraternity, I mean, everybody's just kind of a brotherhood, no matter what school you go to. So we were watching film here this week, and we heard Kaden's pregame and what he talked about. What things for you are you looking for that the Trojans can do here today to maybe upset these Bremen Lions?
Yeah, for the defense, they just need to get off of their blocks when the O-line tries to get to the second level. Get off of blocks, make tackles, because Bremen just likes to run up the middle a lot, dive and trap and power, and sometimes toss to the outside. So keep your contain. Offensively, just, run your normal stuff. Don't get too impatient. Big plays will come. And just keep moving the chains little by little. And,
Bremen is a battle test. They lost to a very tough Mishawaka-Marion team a week ago. Mm-hmm. They played tough with LaVille, fortunately losing. And both these teams are on the losing end of that one against LaVille. But this Bremen team is extremely tough. I mean, you can't ignore the record. This is a team that has been dominant in this series from the get-go. But at the same time, these guys here, this is a tough, well-coached group as well.
Absolutely, and it all starts up front with their offensive line trying to push people around, giving Mosier and Rao those holes up front to run through. Try to get to the second level, break a few blocks, and have some open space to run.
And and you also see a guy like Nunemaker. He does a lot of things kind of outside the pocket, but if he gets time to set and throw, he's a guy that can throw the ball down a good 40, 50 yards downfield.
They don't toss the ball a whole lot, but when they do, if he's comfortable in that pocket and they give him time, he's deadly.
And for Triton, I think the big thing on defense, they got to get that good put. They got to win the trenches here tonight. I think this is going to be big. And when you get a chance in the red zone, you got to hang on that football. It's ball security every time you're anywhere near the 20.
Absolutely. On the defensive end, if we can keep it a low-scoring game, I think we got a pretty big shot to upset Bremen here tonight. So.
But and like you said, these guys here, we saw them step up against Cass. We saw them come out early, swinging heavy, and they did extremely good against Cass. We saw them play with some adversity against South Central. They played right with LaVille the entire game, and unfortunately, it came down at the end. This team has the potential to go against the big brother from the north.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think little brother today has a very good chance. I think we're going to be in for a great football game here tonight.
Absolutely. All starts early. Got to jump on them early. That's what we saw against LaVille. LaVille jumped on them early, put 2 scores on them, and they looked a little bit shocked. So they ended up coming back, making it a close game, but that's what we got to do today.
And Shively sends it deep back down to return as Reese Green, and he'll take it from inside his own 10-yard line. He'll take off. He's got a blocker. Green shifts back up, goes the far side, and he'll get wrapped up right there about the 35, just past about the 36, 37-yard line there is where Nunemaker and company will set up shop. You look there along their offensive line there, you got Isaiah Starr there at the guard spot, and Lane Mosier. Also the center spot there, you're going to have Zachary Schmucker, and then in the 2 bookends, Eastenbarger and Mangus there.
Yep.
And those two, and like we said, Eastenbarger is a guy that can really throw people around. I mean, he's one that stood out to me on tape.
Absolutely. He seems like he's the leader of this offensive line. They run when he runs. They get blocks well. They get to the second level very fast. Sometimes their miscues are missing blocks, but they do a very good job getting to the second level. And when they make blocks, look out because it's going to be a big run.
Nunemaker looking here near side, staring down the wide out. Shively has a chance and tips at the last moment. As Shively wasn't Shively to Shively there, so Cole Shively covering Ashton Shively, who's kind of their go-to athlete on the outside.
And there it is, starting early, like you said. Time to throw in the pocket. Looked comfortable. Made a nice toss, just a little bit behind him, but he looked comfortable here. As you can see, stepped up, made a nice pass, but Shively just barely gets his fingers on it at the end. Great coverage by Cole Shively.
And you sit there and you also saw Josh Lemler at the end of there. Really good pressure up the middle. I think Josh Lemler and Evan Bryles can really feast in this ball game with how well they've really done this season as far as Cam Shively's just in a league of his own over on that far side. So,
hey, amazing what a new hard drive could do.
See, hey, and then you got the replay working again. Of course, along the other guy along that line is McIntyre, McLean Middle, anchored down the other nose tackle or defensive tackle spot as Nunemaker goes outside here near to Mosier. He's got blockers out front, and it's going to be Cunningham's going to come in and bring him down.
And Mosier's going to be their main running back today. You're going to see a heavy dose of him to the outside, up the middle, any which way. He's a tough running back to bring down. He runs hard-nosed, and he gets extra yards when he can.
And he's a guy, if you get your blocks out in front, he can take off and go, and he can get a huge chunk of yardage any given moment.
Yeah, when that line blocks for him pretty well, he can make the most of it. So.
McKenzie's going to be on the left hip now of Nunemaker. Out left, you're going to have Shively and Graverson. And Mosier here on the near side. Play action fake. Nunemaker rolling left, looking downfield, has a man, has his tight end there. As Cole Taylor's got it, and he'll have enough for a first down, and Bremen moves the chains on their first possession.
Yeah, and I think Triton's a little bit surprised that Bremen's thrown as much as they have at the beginning of this first drive. Nunemaker, a good bootleg here. Turns his body, gets set, nice little toss, wide open, breaks a tackle, moves the chains. That's what you got to do right there.
So first down and 10 now as they break in on the Trojans' side of the 50. Nunemaker works out the shotgun. Snap goes to Mosier. Mosier gets up. Oh, excuse me, that was McKenzie.
And who's on the bottom? I think Bryles was trying to rip that ball out. We saw last week they got quite a few fumbles and gave themselves good field position. So maybe they're trying to rip the ball a little bit more, caused a couple turnovers early here.
And that's one thing watching Bremen. You don't see them really fumble the football. I mean, these guys run the ball really well. They keep that ball really tight to their body. That's going to be huge for them because Triton is getting very aggressive, trying to rip away that football.
Yeah, got a lot of turnovers these past couple games here.
So McKenzie on the right hip now of Nunemaker. He's the lone back there. 3 wide receivers tripped there to the left. McKenzie gets up the left side. He's got blockers and more. He'll get up there, and he'll get close to a first down. And it's 3rd down and short coming up.
And these linebackers for us need to fill those gaps. The linemen do a very good job getting their blocks, but if the linebackers can fill the holes pretty well, I think we can limit some of their big runs here tonight.
They line up here. They got to look like a power I formation.
And that's what we're used to seeing in film this past week. They do a lot of I formation. This is probably their bread and butter formation. They've done a lot of shotgun here early, though.
Nunemaker with the hard count. Got Middaugh to jump off sides.
We saw that against LaVille.
He's really good with that hard count.
Yeah, they like to go on 2 or 3 sometimes, catch you off guard, get a couple free extra yards there.
And unfortunately, that'll move the chains. First penalty of the evening, which, in Triton last week only 2 in that game. They've improved it week to week.
They didn't see their check from Tide.
Hey. Golly. 1st and 10 now from the Trojan 33-yard line. Nunemaker looking left. He's got a man deep. And Ashton Shively was wide open. As coverage kind of broke down there, you kind of watch here, Trenton.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a straight go route here. Kind of catches Amari when he pump fakes the ball there, stops him in mid-tracks, just overthrows his receiver. We'd be looking at 6 points right there.
And that's one thing in coverage. You got to keep your guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play. Just keeps running after that ball. Give some credit to the wide receiver out there. He couldn't quite get to it, but he didn't give up. That's what you want to see. You want to see effort.
And Bremen's definitely a team that shows a lot of effort. Out far left side is Reese Green, the solo wideout left. Graverson here on the near side. 2nd down and 10 now. Goes to
Mosier, and he's tripped up by Bryles, I think. Tripped him up there.
So 3rd down coming up now.
And Bryles seems like he's in on almost every play here early.
And Evan Bryles is that one guy along the line. I think it just really blossomed. He's really figured out, like we say it every game, how he's really figured out his ability and using that size that he has and that length and athleticism. He has really just blossomed into a great defensive lineman.
Next year he's going to be the leader on this defensive line, I would assume. So.
And make the hard count. Fakes the pitch outside, rolls left. Trey Shue trying to run him down. He'll have enough. It'll be close to a first down. I think he got it.
He stretched the ball. I think he got it, too.
Put on the spot on the ball. They're gonna mark him short.
Maybe he stepped out. Tough to see from all the way over here. He could have stepped out of bounds a little short before reaching the ball.
It's only 2 yards on the carry. They're 3rd and 4 now coming up. The Trojan 27-yard line. And I think, and I kind of agree with you, Coach Leeper here. I go for it on 4th down as well because you got trying to jump on that hard count. I'd come right back and try to use it again.
Yeah, that's a great idea right there. They get him a jump. That's a free first down.
Works with the shotgun. Looked in the slant. Nothing's there. Lemler almost got. Here comes Bryles. Bryles. There's Evan Bryles, and he brings him down with a big sack on 4th down. Man. Evan Bryles.
He's bringing the energy early. You can just feel it right here.
Watch him right here. You see Lemler get a good push on the inside of that line. Really pushed his guard back right into Nunemaker. But then you watch Bryles, as Mangus kind of gave up on the play there, went right at Nunemaker and wrapped him up.
And Triton's going to get good field position, too, on Bremen's 40 here. That's a big sack to be taken. He lost about 10 yards.
A loss of 13 yards.
And that's where you see the pass blocking for Bremen. If they don't give Nunemaker enough time, he can feel a little bit pressured and make a couple mistakes. But he's just got to calm down, It's still early. He's got time.
Conley, Lemler on the guard spot. Landon Lemler at the other guard spot. Shively and Howell, the 2 bookends. Goes right up to Trey Shue, and he rumbles forward. Trey Shue rumbles forward almost to a first down, 9 yards, possibly 8 on the carry.
That's how you want to start early. Triton's O-line, it looks like they're pushing Bremen around already. It is a little early to say that, but, you know, they are moving them.
And that's one thing, when Trey Shue can get a head of steam going downfield, he'll take off in a hurry. May not be lightning speed, but I'll tell you right now, it's strong running.
Yeah, and look for us to maybe try a couple toss plays to Anthony Shue here in the early going. Their cornerbacks are very strong, though, and play very scrappy. So let's see what Eunice does here.
All right, we're going to penalty. Or timeout by Coach Eunice.
Timeout.
Seen it starting to fall apart there before it got too far out of whack.
I mean, I think Coach Eunice saved him a penalty there on that timeout. Unfortunately, he had to use one early.
Yeah, Trey Shue, he was injured for, what, the first two games?
First couple games, yep.
And he's already got about 70 yards rushing on the season and just 13 attempts.
Well, when we saw him with that 28-yarder, it was just shy of a touchdown there on Saturday. I mean, he gets forward, gets ahead of steam, and he'll just – I mean, him and Anthony, I'll tell you what, we don't call him Beastquake and Diesel for nothing. I mean, these two guys, it takes a team to bring them down. Not just one guy, it takes a team.
And they got another brother in middle school. But
Jeez.
I think he's a guard or
well, hey, that's fine.
A center, something like that.
That's fine. He can push around too. Which they'll get recognized here tonight, the junior high during the halftime, along with the 1971 team. So Mangus, Eastenbarger, Mosier, and Easton Reed, the front line there for the Lions.
Easton Reed was bringing the energy in pregame.
Shue in motion. Pitches outside Anthony Shue. He's got a blocker. Nice job by Amson with the block. Shue's out free. And he gets enough for a first down.
Oop.
I think we got a flag. This one might be coming back.
Penalty flag on the play.
I think we're going to get a hold call here.
Anthony Shue, the ball.
It might be. I don't know. I saw a hold. I saw a block in the back. A few different hand signals. And we got an illegal block in the back on the Trojans.
Illegal use of hands, block in the back against Triton.
Let's see if we can see it here.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It looked like we had good blocks out to the side, giving Shue some room to run. Let's see if we can find this block in the back.
It is a first down for Triton.
Cam just flattened this guy.
Right there. Trent Conley right there on the top of your screen.
But, man, the good thing that you can see out of this and take a positive way is Trent Conley, he's a lineman pulling. He went about 10 yards to find a blocker, someone to block. That's what you want to see, even though, unfortunately, a block in the back. But
you know, in this Trojan line, that's one thing you really got to appreciate. Those guards really do a good job pulling and getting where they need to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trent Conley's a fast pulling guard.
Shively goes to Trey Shue, and Shue up the middle, and he'll rumble forward for a yard or so there on the carry. So Trojans now working in Bremen territory.
I talked about the DBs being scrappy and their safeties being scrappy, and right there is Shively, who had that almost catch for about 30 yards earlier, coming up at the safety position and making a tackle on Shue there.
And Riley Wood now checking in. The two safeties back there. You got Green and Shively. You got, I believe that's Michael Rogers here on the near side. Far side there, you got Brennan Richardson.
McKenzie holding down the middle there at middle linebacker.
That's Cody Zarnecki on his left side as they're going to go with the sweep to Shue, and he gets tripped up and goes forward still, but Triton's still moving the right direction.
Yep, absolutely. Getting it close for 3rd and 4th down here.
More manageable. I mean, you want to be within that inside 5 yards when you're going on that 3rd down. I mean, I think that's.
I would agree with you. That way you have a chance at 4th down to get it.
You're always told what, 2 to 3 yards a carry. You want to make sure you're moving 2 or 3. Is that how that works? I don't know. You played football. I just talk about it, so you should know. Caden knows. I'm sure.
Of course, Caden knows.
Oh yeah,
come on now.
Yeah, he's been on.
He's the Tony Romo. Okay, I got to give Caden props for Tony Romo's still making his presence known.
I wonder if Tony Romo was impressed with those Cowboys last night. Almost got it done.
And a run up the middle there, and going to be short as Riley Wood, the ball carrier.
Probably 4th and 2 or 3 here, I would assume. He gained about a yard or two.
Trey Shoe back in the football game.
39-yard
Irvine gets the signal. He'll relay it there to the huddle.
It'll be 4th and 2.
And Cole Irvine's one that can, yeah, I mean, he gets that ball where he needs it. I mean, he's a guy who can make some catches, and it's been there. It's coming for him. I mean, he's really just, I mean, he's had some targets. He's missed a couple, but yet when he needed to last week, he had a real nice catch from Cole Shively. Shively under center. 4th and 2. Goes to Trey Shoe, and a big stop there underneath the pile. That was a very good job there by Cody Zarnecki. Gets through, and him and Easton Reed in there as they force a turnover on downs. And the Lions take over from their own 40-yard line.
And that's a tough start for the offense here, but just got to keep your heads up, keep pushing through, maybe give Shively a couple opportunities to toss the ball next drive.
But I think both teams in their first drive, we saw them both get a first down. You see a lot of positives from both teams, I think. And then I think the defenses kind of stood tall in key moments there. So I think it said for first quarter, we're looking pretty good.
Whitaker's defense, as soon as he took over, you saw the tenacity come with him.
Mosier gets it, and here comes Riley Wood. Laying the wood is Riley.
Every time you see this kid make a tackle, he's energized, he's amped up, he's looking at the crowd trying to get him fired up.
But watch him, he sheds his blocker right there to go. I mean, he goes right up there to Isaiah Starr, just pushes him to the side and gets right to the ball carrier.
That's like I was talking pregame is, got to get off those blocks, make tackles, and exactly what Riley Wood's doing here early. I assume they probably worked on that quite a bit this week in practice.
And Riley, like you said, a high-energy guy back there in that middle linebacker spot. You know, with the Jeremiah Fair really anchored that down the last couple of years, and you see Riley Wood now doing just a fantastic job here this season.
Absolutely.
Triton showing blitz, goes outside to Mosier to the left side. He's got a blocker out in front. He's had a first down and more. Mosier up the far sideline. Amson the man to beat, and he'll bring him down. And Trojan territory, about the 31-yard line, looks like, is where they'll set up shop.
And that was great blocking by this Bremen offensive line. You can see him get out in front. He's 76 leading the charge. I can't remember his name. But just putting Holland on the ground, but giving Mosier some room to run there, and Amson finally corrals him down after about a 20-year.
It was all Mosier on that run. As number 76, last name is Mosier. So there you go. So there you go. It was all them on that play.
See, that's what I meant when I said Mosier. I meant like both of them.
Well, see, I figured that. And a run there as Shively and Wood, and here comes Cunningham as the gang tackle. Working really good there for the Trojans. They've really just gotten better at that as the seasons went on here this season. I think the early part, Tritons really started to learn how to tackle as a team.
Absolutely. We have 3 people for the top tackle spot, and 2 of them have 18 assist tackles, and 1 has 20.
So, I mean, that's they've really fired to the ball. That's one thing this team is just blows me away is how well they fire to the football.
Absolutely. They're looking good here early, pursuing the football and making sure that he's on the ground.
Nunemaker pitches outside. As McKenzie gets outside, but here comes Anthony Shue.
Pursuing the football very well there. That's what you like to see. I wonder if Mosier ever gets tired. He's getting the ball almost every play.
Austin McKenzie.
3rd and 9, you wonder if they're going to try a pass play here.
And they worked there. I mean, you saw him working with that earlier in the football game. So, I mean, and like I said, Nunemaker, he gets time. That was a forward pass. Okay. So that was a forward pass, according to Don.
Oh, there's a completion for him.
So there's a completion for him. So Nunemaker out of the shotgun. Looking here near side. Going to Graverson downfield. Cole Shively right there, and Graverson almost comes up with it.
Did Cole trip trying to jump there?
He looked like he kind of tripped over his feet.
Pass intended for Tyrus Graverson. Broken up.
He played it very well, though, running with him the whole time, trying to find the high point of the ball, and it just looks like he trips.
Just kind of there at the end, but did a good job. Really got his body turned around, knew where the football was, got his head turned around.
On the same.
Graverson.
If Nunemaker puts that a little farther, though, we might be looking at another 6.
Exactly.
He was a yard ahead of Shively if he could have hit him in stride.
So 4th and 9 now.
Very tough to
Leapers
throw that
Lions.
far.
3 wide receivers here to the near side. Nunemaker back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Throws it around, and then it's going to be tipped and batted down. Oh, Ashton Shively had it in his hands and lost it. And that's a turnover on downs for the Lions.
Once again, Triton takes over.
If you're shyly can't be kicking yourself there. You just got to move on to the next play. You got to worry about defense now. You're the strong safety. You got to lead for him.
Tucker Worsham's going to be out there along the line with Ethan Howell. And that's one thing with this Trojan lines. These guys can really just cycle through guys. You know, the depth along that line is just amazing for this Trojan team this year.
Yeah, and a change here up front for Bremen. Deontay Brown is going to be a D tackle here.
Trying to take up some space there.
Yeah. Big boy, maybe get some penetration.
Shu goes in motion. Goes outside. He bobbles it. Hangs on to a good concentration by Anthony Shu.
So how many bobbles did he do on that one?
I counted 3.
Just a classic Triton toss here, but I'm not sure if the pitch was bad.
2, 3. Oh, look at that. Eagle Eye got it. See
Didn't
that?
quite look it in all the way. Yeah, even with your 1 hour sleep, you're still doing pretty good.
We're still working. We're still working. Plenty of Red Bull and Mountain Dew pumping through these veins today.
Keeping you awake.
We're
keeping
good.
Those eyes open.
It's Football Friday. You got to be ready. You got to be pumped up for this. 2nd down and 13 now from their own 27.
Oh.
And a fumbled snap. And I think Bremen comes away with it. They say they've got it. I think they do.
It almost looked like a false start or something. But there's no
And Bremen recovers after the bad snap. And that's the first turnover.
Minute 30 left here in the first. This is a great opportunity for Bremen to capitalize and put an early 6 on the board. And that's what we talked about, the turnover battle. Sometimes whoever turns the ball over the most loses the game because the team capitalizes off of it.
You know, unfortunately for Triton, that kind of shot him in the foot against LaVille as they were really moving the ball well. In some key moments, a fumble there really kind of hurt them. I mean, the ball control, got to hang on to it here.
Yep. And give Bremen such a good field position here.
Maker, 2 wide receivers out to the left side. Goes to Mosier. He rumbles forward. Still on his feet. And he'll have enough. I think he's got a first down on that carry.
And that's that hard running I'm talking about with Mosier. Just bullies one guy out of his way and drags 2 more for a couple extra yards on a first down.
He's a strong runner. Watching him on tape, he's the guy that can really take off and move with the football. So up to the 18-yard line. Looks to be 2nd down and short coming up here. Newmaker's going to stay working on the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split to either side. Mosier in the backfield. That's where he'll go with it. And Mosier has enough for a first down. He gets brought down there.
Mosier inside the 15 picks up the
Looked like Riley Wood was in the backfield, just couldn't quite bring him down at the end there.
As Bryles looked to be the one who had initially wrapped him up.
Great, good job by the Bremen's offensive line there, getting to the 2nd level, making blocks and giving them room to run these past 2 plays.
Snap's good, goes to Mosier, and he rumbles through, but right there in the middle, I believe Riley Wood, of course, was in there again.
Do you expect anything less?
Also got McLean mid on Ethan Howell. And Landon Lemler all in there.
I wonder if Whitaker's going to send blitzes today up the middle, trying to catch those powers and traps off guard and get a couple big plays for a loss of yards for Bremen.
And Ethan Howell getting some time down there along the defensive line. We haven't really seen that a lot this year, but you know, he's a guy who's athletic enough. He's really starting to come to his own this season as well.
Yeah, he's been playing great as a tackle, so let's see if he can do it here on the D-line.
2 wide receivers to the left. Nunemaker goes to the short pass here. He'll take off. Zarnecki's got it for a Bremen touchdown.
A little bubble screen it looked like. If I'm correct.
Just enough. And
32, a great block there, and 54 as well. Getting out in front and making good blocks.
And Bremen strikes first.
Cole Taylor.
It's 13 yards out. And kicking now will be Angel Estrada.
Set to try the extra point.
PAT's up. Looks good from here, and it is.
Estrada's kick is good. With 0.3 of a second remaining in the first quarter, Bremen 7.
You know, right there, that's like we talked in the pregame. Bremen's a team who can move the football, and we watched him do it there on the run, but then you saw Zarnecki. That bubble screen was timed perfectly there. That was a good play call by Coach Leeper.
Really was. Got Triton thinking run up the middle and then pass to the outside, get blockers in front of him, and walk into the end zone there.
So now you're on the near side here with Triton. I mean, the big thing here with these guys is settle down, go out, and play the football, because we knew we can contend with LaVille. LaVille's a team that contended with Bremen. We saw them really play really well against Caston, a very tough, physical Caston team, I might add. And then a South Central team, and also a very physical team. So Triton battle-tested here in those first 3 weeks. Just need to settle down, and they saw that we've seen this team come back from mistakes and play extremely well. As Dante Workman goes back with Irvine, as Estrada is set to kick, that front line has got to be ready.
Absolutely. Can't be giving the ball back to Bremen to start the second quarter here. Look for Workman to maybe have a big run here. He's very athletic, very fast, slippery guy to bring down.
Number 12, Dante Workman, and number 22, Anthony Street.
I think he's going to be big in the future. Big piece of the offense.
Estrada, make sure the team is set. And he'll go and line drive kick back to Dante Workman. Back pedals. The freshman's got it inside his own 15. Workman takes off here on the near side. Workman rumbles forward just up past the 30-yard line. Nice job there. Kind of see where he needed to go. And, he accelerated where he needed to. And pretty good gain there off his return.
Yeah, and he's still young, and he is fast and athletic, and he's going to be a handful in future years for opposing teams.
Attention Triton Trojan fans, it's time for the Triton Football Fundraiser. Money goes towards the Triton football team to help fund team dinners, uniforms, and much more. Raffle tickets are on sale here in the month of September. They are $5 each or $20 for 5 tickets. Find a player or manager to have a chance at these great prizes, as winners will be announced on senior night at the October 1st home game. Prizes to include a $100 gift card from Cornerstone at Cedar from Jim and Misha Conley, a $200 gift card from Ruoff Mortgage Senior Loan Officer Whitney Swanson, 2 $75 meat packages from Shively Freezer Beef, Tim and Lori Shively. Happy cows taste better. $25 gift card from Robin's Nest. She will also be donating a plaque to the football player and manager who sells the most tickets. Thank you, Robin. A $25 gift card from The Standard, 2 packages from Subway and Bourbon Street Pizza, a Riker and Net package, a $50 gift card from Journey's Inn from Natalie Brookins and Mike Kuntz, a $50 gift certificate from Arbonne from Kelly Westaver, and 4 2-hour shifts from the football players. If you need your garage cleaned, yard work, etc., we see these guys showcase on how hard they work on Friday nights. This is your chance to win them to be your helpers for a 2-hour shift. Thank you again to all those who donated and your continued support of Triton Trojans football. Shively looking right here and goes incomplete, intended for Amari Snyder. And Shively gets hit on the throw there. And we've said that's one thing we've seen from Cole is he's a guy that kind of stays in there. He absorbs that contact, and he really is patient when he throws that football.
And you're talking about Eckenbarger being a leader here, and I think he was the one that hit Shively on that. So he's getting some early pressure on Shively's early passing throws here.
So 2nd down and 10 following the Trojans' pass play there that fell incomplete.
Howell's going to have a load trying to guard Eckenbarger, or trying to block Eckenbarger tonight.
Shively out of the shotgun. Goes here with the option, goes to Shu here on the near side. Shu's got a blocker.
He's got
Amari
room.
Snyder, stiff arm. Beastquake's on his way. It's going to be Shively. Can he stop him? Beastquake still on his feet. Anthony Shu for pay dirt for the Trojans.
What a run, man. That's how you respond. As you can see here, a great read by Cole Shively. Hikes the ball, plays Eckenbarger perfectly. Great pitch out to Shu. No bobble on this one. Beautiful block by Cole and Amari out there. One stiff arm, and then you're not tackling him after this. He can run through you or he can go around you. Pick one.
67 yards on the carry there for Anthony Shu.
Run.
As he is a guy who has just ran with the ball extremely well, averaging over 140 yards per game. And that there is touchdown number 6 for Anthony Shu on the season as Cole Shively gets ready to kick with Dominic Smith the hole. Not a bad way to start the second quarter.
Yes.
Absolutely not. How long was that one, Andy?
67 yards.
67.
As Cole Shively splits the uprights. And we're knotted up at 7.
With 11 minutes, 44 seconds still remaining in the second quarter. Triton 7, Bremen 7.
You know, it's amazing. I do better math when Kaden's not here.
Triton scoring drive, 2 plays, 67 yards.
What a run. That's how you respond to adversity like that. Fumbled it on the snap before and come back and score a 67-yard touchdown with great blocking.
And that's why I mentioned that earlier is these guys really respond when they get knocked down, they get right back up, and they come back up swinging. That's one thing with these guys that's extremely important. They've just done such a great job with.
Absolutely. That'll probably give them some confidence here heading in early in the second quarter.
But now coming out there on defense, got to make a statement.
Yep, absolutely. Bremen's been moving the chains, but we've been stopping them eventually, so we just got to keep doing that. You can let them have a couple yards here and there, but eventually you got to shut them down. We've been doing pretty good tonight other than that fumble giving them close yardage.
Dixon, Singer, Estrada, Steigmeyer, and Andrew Tunn. The front row here for the Lions as Cole Shively, 3 touchbacks on Saturday.
Try to keep it away from Reese Green after that opening kickoff, having a stellar run back. So try and probably keep it away from him.
Shively pushes it. And this time it's going to be Green again. Reese Green takes off. Green goes through, Triton overshot him, but here comes D'Angelo Holland, and Cunningham brings him down.
Maybe I was wrong. Hey, just great coverage. Let's say that. Great coverage by Triton.
The special teams, they're getting things figured out.
Absolutely. Everything is opposite of what I say. It'll never change.
Oh, hey, that's how you're learning quick.
1st and 10 for Bremen.
So Howell here on the near side defensive end spot.
That was a quick.
McKenzie gets through on the quick snap there.
Quick snap, I think, caught us off guard a little bit there. I don't even think 2 of our guys were set on the D-line.
To the 32-yard line, pick up at 9, 2nd and 1.
So 2nd and 1 following that 9-yard carry on 1st down. Not a bad way to respond for Bremen.
And Bremen's not a team that goes away. They were down 2 scores to LaVille early in the first quarter, and they came back and made it a game. Eventually losing, but making it a game.
Unamaker goes to Mosier. He gets up the right side. He'll have enough for a 1st down and rumbles forward. Still on his feet and going forward.
He's much like Anthony Shue. Fast, tough to take down. Great runner.
Both are sophomores.
Well, there you go.
Mosier 5'9", 175 pounds to Anthony Shue 6'1", 205 pounds.
Not going to say who I'd take.
I'd take either one. I'm telling you what, either one of them.
We're both great runners and get a lot of usage.
We're get to see those 2 guys showcase the next 2 seasons.
You got Austin Shively out to our, or Ashton Shively close here.
Unamaker under center, takes the snap, rolls right. Here comes the pressure, throws it up. Groverson, short completion there. Good coverage by Cole Shively.
That was a good placed ball by Unamaker. Even though he was rolling, kind of set his feet for a second, made a good pass, get a couple yards out of that.
And Graverson did a real good job there with he had coverage. It was pretty tight coverage there, but did a good job of the concentration to get that football.
And a lot of time with these young quarterbacks, you see them forcing throws down the field or making bad passes into double coverage. You won't see that with Unamaker a lot. He might make a couple bad decisions, but he always learns from him, it seems like.
Like I said, you give him time to throw. He can get it downfield. He'll work out of the shotgun now. Mosier on his left hip, and that's where he'll go with it. Shively spins away, but Mosier running hard. And Cunningham initially in there on the tackle. With Bryles, Landon Lemler.
Riley Wood was sent on a blitz there, it looked like, and he almost got to him. Tried to track him down, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, it was very good awareness there by Cole Shively to spin away from the blocker and go turn right back into the ball carrier.
Yeah.
Like I said, it always got to be the hammer, but you can hold the nail.
I never wanted to hold the nail for my dad. Hold it right here.
Now see, you could do that with Dad. Grandpa, though, Grandpa thought he was funny. He'd swing away and about feel like you're going to lose a finger. 2 wide receivers out to the right side, Zornick and Graverson. Unamaker looking across the middle of the field where he's tight end as Cole Taylor.
So that was
caught one earlier.
Dominic Smith and Braden Cunningham on the coverage there.
Kind of a neat little play.
They kind of watch. They will go to their tight end. There was good pressure there. We also see Bremen kind of throwing some of those tight end screens. Just a little bit we saw in the film.
And they might catch Cunningham off guard a couple times here because he's a lone safety. So if they do something deep on each side, he's got to pick. He's got to pick which person to cover.
Back to return. It's going to be Dante Workman. He's taking one 22 yards on one of those
You don't
returns.
want to jump here.
Connor Dixon back to kick. I think we're going to see a timeout for Bremen. So both teams using a timeout here early. Of course, I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Trenton Kreff. We got Kaden Atkins down in remote support in Indianapolis. Kenny Barnhart, and as always, the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As Bremen's fans traveled really well here tonight.
Yep, speaking of opposition, of course, Bremen here tonight, and then got 2 games away at Culver and at Pioneer. Those are all weather permitting and broadcast permitting. And then we'll finish up back here October 1st with North Judson. And then those 2 away games, Knox and Winnemac, and then we'll see how that section will draw and see how far east we have to go.
I told my wife about the Anderson, and she goes, "Really?" I'm like, I looked at her and Mom said, "Yep." I said, hey, the man van goes wherever it is needed to be. It works. So you got Zarnecki in here. Cody Zarnecki, the sophomore, is going to be the long snapper for the Lions. It's back to kick is Connor Dixon. Workman back to receive. Kick is away. Workman takes out the one, hop, splits the defenders, and a good tackle there by Ashton Shively.
Man, that was great playing it off the one hop. No hesitation, just grab it and go and make the best of it as you can. He almost split those defenders and got a couple extra yards there.
I mean, it was a great play there by Dante Workman to be patient, split the defenders. It was an even better play there by Ashton Shively to get in there and get an arm on him and just enough to knock him down because, you know, Ashton Shively is a very strong guy.
Yep. And you see Ethan Howell was in on that kind of like Evan Bryles trying to block that punt there. Got close.
He's another guy. He gets that
He's lengthy.
physique figured out. He's going to be dangerous. He's going to be lethal. Tucker Worsham in the left tackle spot. Sanamson in motion. Goes right up the middle to Shu. And I think Bremen reached in there and ripped it away.
Another fumble.
And another fumble by the Trojans. Whoa, wait a minute.
They aren't saying anything yet. Oh, there they go.
And now they marked it, yeah.
The second Trojan turnover.
I don't know if we can see anything. I don't think there was enough.
I think if you look here, I think McKenzie gets in there. I think he initially thought, yep.
Right there.
Excuse me. Lane Mosier gets in there and really just rips it away. Good play by him. I mean, he did a real good job. You kind of saw him slow down, but I mean, like I said, you got to give Lane Mosier some serious props there. He's a guy that just really got in there, really started just ripping, you know, and we just heard the coaching staff say the same thing. But
Triton's really hurting themselves with these fumbles in their own territory.
I guess Bremen great field position. Nunemaker goes to Mosier. And Mosier's still on his feet. He rumbles forward. Good gain on first down.
Cunningham in on that tackle.
With Amari Snyder.
He's come a long way. Both those kids have come a long way.
Pickup of 8 yards at the 22, 2nd and 2.
Both talented juniors. So 2nd down and 8. Oh, I thought it was a. Yeah, so 8 yards on the carry. Down to the 22. Hopes if I put that where I need to. Too many Red Bulls today, apparently.
Not enough sleep.
You're going to crash when that wears off.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got to get back here tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here tomorrow morning. Nunemaker goes to McKenzie, and he gets wrapped up and brought down.
Asking McKenzie about
whoever that was at the bottom of the pile for the Trojans had great pressure in there.
I don't know if you can
none other than the claw, Josh Lemler, in there to wrap him up. The claw reaches in, just pulls him to the ground.
Trey Shue as well in there. Trey Shue, defensive line, when he plays there, he plays very tough, hard-nosed, downhill, and he makes pretty good reads and good plays.
Bryles was down in there as well.
This defensive line for the Trojans is very stout. They don't really get pushed back very easy. We haven't really seen this year so far. Oh.
Gonna go to Mosier.
Dominic Smith being the nail a little bit there, but, you know,
That's
holding them up for his teammates to come in and finish them off. You got to do what you got to do.
Good sportsmanship there by Zachary Smucker. Helping up Smith.
Gain of 5 yards.
I know I put it in one pocket.
Well, you got 4 to choose
You
from.
got 4 to choose from. Only the 4th one's the one. Well, the 3rd one I checked. I know it's on the
It's
right
always the
side.
last one.
It's always the last one you go check for. It's 1st down and 10 now from the Trojan 18-yard line as Bremen going to work in the red zone here.
In the I formation here. Their bread and butter.
Pitch outside to Mosier. Leading his blockers. Cuts back inside. Nice juke move to go back in on Lemler. And he's pulling the got boys with him. And he'll go out of bounds.
Not a whole lot of room to run, but he made the most of it, carrying a couple Trojans for a couple extra yards there.
Must be something here in this stretch of Highway 331 with running backs. They can just pull players with them. Must be something with that highway, I'm saying.
I think you're right.
It's all paved now, nice and smooth. So.
Well, hey, these guys ought to be able to tear up some gravel then, or tear up some pavement now. Sheesh.
Triton,
2nd down and 5 now.
You say Triton hasn't won at home against Bremen, and what was the year you said?
1979, I think. Noonemaker looking for the corner of the end zone. Shively on the coverage.
Good coverage
Throws
by
away.
Shively. Looking back for the ball, making sure he doesn't get a pass interference, turning his head, running with him. Great job by Cole Shively there.
Now I got to look. I don't feel like now I'm second guessing myself. See, Trenton, now you're starting to learn. Kaden has taught you well for me to second guess myself. Oh, for Pete's sake. 1972. I had the right decade, just the wrong year. I was on the wrong end of that decade.
And haven't beat them in 10 years.
2009 was the last win against.
Yeah.
Triton had a win against Bremen.
Had a very historic program. They went to a semi-state 4 years ago? No, not even that long, I don't think.
I mean, 2018, that was a really good Bremen team.
Those
guys were extremely talented. That was a great football team.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they had that field goal mishap, and yeah.
They were a team that I was following pretty close that year.
Little controversial. Could have been on the way to the state game if it wasn't for that. So.
And Bremen, very storied program for football. And, they know what they're doing up there.
Yep.
But also a very classy organization up there. I think they do a good job.
Yeah, what they did today was absolutely incredible. So, really thank them and all their niceness and what they've done for us and kindness coming to the football game last week, and of course the money they raised. So
very cool of them. Of course,
very classy. Yeah.
Of course, Trojans a classy organization as well as they continue to really grow. You can see the numbers down there with these guys, but in the depth, guys you just plug and play anywhere. As I believe Cam Shively still looking to get back in. He might be out there. He is. He's back on that bookend spot.
Oh, great
and
blocking.
Mosier. It's brought down by Cunningham.
Great blocking up front by Bremen. Just another power. They've been playing. They've been doing it this whole time. Or blast and great block by 34. Is that McKenzie?
Yep.
And McKenzie making a great block on our second level and giving Mosier room to run there.
So Bremen knocking on the door.
And Bremen has 6 first downs here already in the first half. So to Triton's 2, I believe.
I was wrong. Shively was not out there for that last play. I looked and I saw Josh Lemler. Saw somebody down there with looked kind of like Cam. Goes back to Mosier. He's working back up and he'll punch it in from 5 yards out. Touchdown, Bremen.
And Mosier sees that the hole is not there at the beginning, just goes right back against our defense and walks in for another easy 6 there.
Kind of similar to their other touchdown play.
Yeah. With the bubble screen, they really just walk in, good blocking up front. So Estrada back to kick. Good on his first attempt. You got Triton to jump there. I think the second penalty on the Trojans?
That's what I have, yeah.
Both was on the defense.
Yep.
I feel like there was another one. Oh, block. No, block in the back. We had a block in the back. Yeah, there's 3.
Oh. What was the other one then?
Leidig to hold. Gets that one up and splits the uprights.
Through.
Bremen goes up by 7 here.
So it's 6 minutes,
It was
53 seconds.
they got trying to jump off sides.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Bremen 14, Triton 7.
Bremen responding right back after that big play. Didn't get discouraged. Get a fumble and back down the field for a easy 6.
And a lot of these guys, you know, I mean, like I said, they were in part of this program, and there were some good players there for Bremen last year, and these guys had a real good group to learn from. And I mean, like I said, Bremen knows how to respond to pressure. Now Triton here, we saw them respond well following a fumble. Can they do it again?
Yeah, that's what it's all about, responding at each punch that each team throws. They got to respond and get right back up and answer the bell.
Workman and Anthony Shu go back to return.
It's been a fun second quarter here, though. 2 touchdowns and a fumble. And we still got 7 minutes left in it.
Bremen scoring drive, 7 plays in for 30 yards, 2 minutes, 41 seconds.
See if Workman and Shu can make something out of this kickoff. That'd be a way to respond.
Strada now to kick.
Give us some good field possession for Shively to work.
Line drive kick.
Deep kick
not-
and a flag.
Not sure. Whoa, what's this one?
I'm gonna say I didn't think the official ever blew the ready.
Well, Estrada was pointing downfield like something wasn't quite right. Not sure what this is.
I don't either. We need Kaden as soon as possible, Kaden.
Yeah, Kaden, tell me what that is. Tech support. This is why I said they need to have a microphone into the PA. Just saying. Just saying.
I think Don said illegal substitution.
Well, I thought that was that thing where he touched the top of his head the other day.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Caden will answer.
Yeah, see, they never blew the whistle that first time.
Estrada pushing it. That one's going to go out of bounds. Nice job by Workman to be patient. And
Yep.
another penalty here on the kickoff, so that'll give Triton good starting field position.
Yep, should be pretty good. And good awareness there by Workman. And just let it roll out of bounds.
You know, and Dante's a guy that just give him some patience, and he'll really start to figure things out.
Yeah, I'm pretty high on that kid. I think he's going to be really good.
Both teams with 2 penalties here in this second quarter. I don't know. I thought they were both in that. I don't know.
No, I trust you.
No,
I trust
we'll
you.
go with yours. We'll watch the tape.
Trust you.
We'll watch the tape next week, and we'll see.
Uh-oh.
Loser's got to pay for dinner. See, I never wagered with Kaden because I was wrong 99% of the time. I'm going to break you in here, Rook.
Well, if we're eating a big steak like you were last night, I might be.
That doesn't
might be
happen
in for
very
dinner.
often. That doesn't happen very
Oh,
often.
man, that thing looked good.
It was good.
Man.
So 2 wide receivers out here to the right.
And a whistle again.
Timeout for Coach Eunice says he didn't like what he saw how his offense was lined up.
He looks disappointed, doesn't he? Hands on the hip. He's not happy about something here.
Can I give a free shout out?
Well, you kind of run the show here. You're head honcho. You get to do whatever you
You
want.
do the talking.
Well, that's all I do. You do everything else.
I got to try the pizza at the Family Express today, and when I ate it, I didn't know it was free. So this is I didn't have any influence on that. So
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
They do have really good pizza over there. I'm just saying that's when they did it over in Warsaw when I was still the last job where I could travel around a little bit, and we stopped and get gas and whatever else, and then they started opening them up over there. I'm telling you what, I'd rather go there than Pizza Hut or Papa John's. I mean, I'm just there.
It was kind of a nice
Pretty
thing
good.
that they took some pizzas all around their area businesses and just I guess their food just got started up here this week.
Very good ownership group with that Family Express. I mean, they're going to do very well for themselves. Shively of the shotgun, low snap, looking here near side, high pass for Snyder. Amari Snyder rolls forward. Good gain there by Amari. Good concentration and patience there.
Look at off the fingertips.
Yeah, that was a great catch.
And we've saw Amari come up with some nice catches here. I mean, patient, didn't overshoot it, looked it in, then worried about running. That was a good interchange there by Amari. Yeah, I didn't go all the way for 6, but yet each play doesn't need to go 6. You just need to keep moving forward.
And I was talking about Eckenbarger and Howell having his hands full. Eckenbarger got in there. Notice that he wasn't going to be able to make a sack. Got his hands up as high as he could and tried to tip the ball away. That's why throw was a little bit high, but good pressure there by Bremen.
Low snap goes to Shu. Shu following Conley. Shu jumps his way, and I believe he's got up for a first down from Anthony Shu.
Great run by Anthony Shu. You saw Bremen defenders all around him. Decent blocking up front by the Trojans. Really got to get to the second level a little better, though, here.
And you saw a good job there by Triton Conley, again, doing a good job pulling from that left side, getting out in front, and doing a good job open up a space for Anthony to get through.
And it doesn't take much for Anthony to rumble for a couple yards.
What'd he say?
Very bottom.
Oh, Mother Bears beat it all. Well, that's what Images by Terry said earlier. And fumble back on the snap there. Shively's going to try to pick it up. And he throws it forward. And an interception as it's picked off there by Reese Green.
There's a lot going on in this.
The low snap. He had between his legs. He tries to go back. It was a right idea, but at that point there, he just tries to throw it.
Sometimes you just got to take the loss, you know.
Yep. Yeah, there was 3 blue right there in that, but just kind of overthrew him. And
he's trying to throw it out so we don't lose all them yards. It's a smart play, but it's very risky, as you can see right there. So give Bremen, once again, good starting position. And we have 3 turnovers here in the first half. I can expect Eunice is going to be harping at that at halftime. We got to be more secure with the ball in case of fumbles and make better decisions here.
Bryles trying to fire up his defensive line there before we got the snap by Nunemaker, looking right to the reverse here, but it's good coverage by Amson, not quite there, but here comes Cole Shively. Brings him down, no gain on the play. Might have lost about a half a yard, maybe a yard. Now he lost a yard on the play.
Tackled by Cole Shively.
Cole Shively's one of those kids at cornerback that we saw early. He would have a couple pass interference calls, and he's a little bit sloppy on the cornerback position. But today you see him turning his head, making good plays, tipping the ball, and being where he needs to be.
That's Cole's second tackle for a loss on the season. I updated the stats since I did it right this time. Trips left here. We saw him do that here a moment ago. This time they're going to go to McKenzie, and he's brought down in a hurry. The Diesel and Riley Wood in there to plug it up.
Excuse me, number 34, Austin McKenzie.
That's what you like, the energy from Riley Wood, and the fans kind of getting into it every play. And can't let them score here before halftime. So,
you know, you got to consider this 4-down territory. I mean, Bremen's kind of with it. They can move the ball. I mean, like I said, you got to make 2 more stops here.
Yeah, and you don't want to even really want to let them get close to the first down markers in case they want to go for it on 4th. So try not to let any at least like 5-yard plays go.
Taylor switched here to the near side as Nunemaker rolling left. Taylor gets it past his guy.
Looks like good coverage.
Didn't look downfield. He had coverage. Taylor had 6 points down the field, and Nunemaker didn't see him as he beat Cole Shively in coverage.
I couldn't see down the field. I was looking up here, and I was like, man, that's pretty good coverage. I must have.
And it was great. And it was a great move on Cole Shively. He kind of went in, he turned his body in right and cut back left and really shot up the field.
Yeah.
Nunemaker just missed him deep. That was 6 points there.
Man, I missed it. I wish I would have seen that. But he was rambling.
Eagle eye, saw it there.
I missed it too.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, it's hard with the camera.
It's what I'm here for.
Maybe you're seeing things because
I am not seeing things. Not yet. We haven't hit that point yet.
Single safety for Triton.
Connor Dixon back to kick with Workman back deep. High kick. Workman's going to take it. He'll fumble it, and Bremen takes right back over up to the muffed kick.
Man, Triton's defense just stood tall for 4 downs and was about to get the offense back on the field. And a great punt here. And Workman, I think that maybe you just let that one go with two Bremen guys coming in at you pretty fast there.
That's when you just got to catch it and just kind of hang tight.
That's tough, but you gotta respond. You can't get down.
But Bremen knocking on the door here. Played extremely well in the red zone. All 2 of the 3 trips. That's being their third has found Pater, and Mosier again. Still on his feet, stops and goes. And a hard hit.
Riley Wood.
By Riley Wood, laying the wood again.
Tracking him down all the way from that middle linebacker position and making sure that he is put on the ground because Mosier's a tough runner.
I talked to Riley after that South Central game when I said that for the first time. He likes that.
Does he?
He likes that. And I also saw on social media, apparently his family thought it was pretty good too. I like it. Hey, you know, it's these things. They just come to me. It's probably all those years of watching. Yeah, well, yeah. Some of the people I grew up with, it would explain a lot. Jumbo set for them now is going to go right up the middle there, and a touchdown for Ashton Shively.
Ashton Shively, 5-yard touchdon run.
And now you can see where that muffed punt kind of hurts a little bit more as Bremen capitalizes on it and finishes the drive off with a TD there.
Another touchdown from 5 yards out. You know, and like I said, they're scoring well in the red zone. There are 3 trips, 3 touchdowns. And 3:17 to go. Estrada back to kick. He's perfect on his first 2. Looking to continue that here. Snaps good, holds down. Kick is on its way. And that kick is good. Bremen starting to push here in this first half. 2 scores.
Well, Triton's not out of this ball game by any means. As you can see, they have the opportunity to break big runs off like Anthony Shue did earlier. It doesn't have to be like that, but they have the ability to make it a 21-14 game in 1 play or 2 plays. So
you were a senior down there, and you were a leader on the defense, obviously, and a leader on the team. What are you telling your guys down there right now?
Well, we're really playing pretty good defense for the most part, other than a couple really good field positions off of turnovers. So, you know, just got to keep telling them the same thing. Just man up and get off of blocks, make tackles. Just do your keys, read your keys, and just do the best you can and have your teammates back. So
just have your short-term memory, you know, that's especially.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, those guys that have had those turnovers, just short-term memory. Go back and make another play. It's over with. There's nothing you can do about it.
And Workman's going to get an opportunity to redeem himself possibly here, as he'll be one of the people receiving the kickoffs here with Shue.
Estrada now to send it away. Had some line drive kicks, but they get down there. Another one. Workman takes that one. He'll take off from inside his own 10. Coming here near side, stops, plants his foot, and goes upfield and gets up there about to the 28-yard line.
Workman from his own 8-yard line.
Workman, good job there. Make sure he had the ball and took off. I mean, that was – Dante's going to be a special player. I mean, one mistake does not define this kid. This kid is a special young man.
Yeah, I agree. But you can see caught that one cleanly and got upfield and made a pretty good, decent run out of it.
And that's what you, especially as a freshman, to see someone make that adjustment, coming right back to another kickoff. That is extremely huge, and that shows how mentally tough he is.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. You got to have short-term memory, as you said, and it looks like Workman does on that return. So
72 yards for the Trojans to go, with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first half.
And just 1 timeout as well.
Shively under center. Sends Shue in motion. Goes up to Trace Shue, and he is stopped and pushed backwards. That doesn't happen all too often. Down the bottom there was McKenzie, but in there also in the push was Lane Mosier.
And the offensive line looked like they were going to the second level, but didn't really block the first level. So that's maybe a miscue there, or somebody got the wrong play, or. You
know, and since Deontay Brownsman came in there on that line, they've just really just plugging the gaps.
Yeah.
And just taking up space.
He's someone you got to really try and move around, and he is not easy to move.
Shu in motion. Looking definitely. His hit as he throws.
That should just be incomplete. His arm is going forward.
That's the official calls incomplete. He kind of saw their hit as he threw. As Mangus with the, oh, excuse me, that was not Mangus. Who is that? I want to say it's not Easton Varga. Can't tell who that was. It might have been, I don't know, it might have been Lane Mosier. I think it was Lane Mosier there initially on the quarterback pressure there.
There was 2 or 3 of them in the backfield, so pass block needs to step up a little bit here.
So 3rd down and long now. Cole Shiles, he drops back. Here comes the pressure, goes to the screen. Oh. And over the top of the head, Shu can't reel it in. Now the Trojans will be forced to punt.
A couple miscues by the Trojans on that drive, on the drop pass there, and looked like the blockers were a little confused on where to go on that second run. So really got to clean things up a little bit on the offensive end. They haven't had much of a flow because they haven't been out there very much. So just got to get into a flow and.
No, just how do you respond coming out of this? Defense here needs to set. You know, defense is going to have a chance to set the tone. Back deep to receive is rescreen. Almost blocked there. As Workman wisely lets the ball roll. So right there, all the way down in between about the 34.5-yard line, but that was a great attempt there by Lane Mosier. As he helps Shively up, and Shively slow to get up.
Trav man have to go home and get ready for the race tomorrow.
Yep, got cross. Big thing for tomorrow. Got cross country tomorrow. I think that's what Tippy Valley invite or something like that. Then you guys will be having the volleyball starting tomorrow for the
9 o'clock.
Yay, fun.
Triton Argus first game.
Danny will be along tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. She is all fired up. She said she may not talk a ton, but she's just excited to go watch a game. She's ready to get out and about. McKenzie and Mosier, the split backs. Noonamaker at the shotgun. Looking right, pump fake. Goes back, dialing long range. Irvine on the coverage. And a pass interference play, I believe, coming as Irvine didn't get his head turned around.
Kind of put his arms on him too early a little bit there, too.
Intended for Graverson.
It looked like what they were trying to do is, can't see him, but Graverson had a stop-and-go move. That's why he pump-faked. And Irvine wasn't fooled by it, so that's a positive, but he just put his hands on him too early, it looks like, not allowing him to even stretch his arms out to try and catch that ball and slowing him down as well. Good call by the officials. That is a pass interference without a doubt.
Cole Shively going to Coach Whitaker, wants to get back in the football game.
Yeah, Triton's defense has been playing pretty well, other than like giving Bremen those good starting positions has been tough on them. And they've been out there a lot, but they haven't caused many turnovers is what I was going to say. I don't think Bremen has a turnover yet.
Noonamaker looking for his guy. Here comes the pressure. Trey Shu ripping him up, but now he stands right there. And eventually the claw gets in there, and Josh Lemler to bring him down. Initial hit there by Trey Shu.
Yeah, great pressure on both sides from both Bryles and who's on the other side?
McLean was in on that one.
McLean, and I think maybe, is that Ethan Howell?
Ethan Howell's not out
He's
there.
not out
that
there,
was
no.
McLean. McLean the other
Yeah,
bookend spot.
You're right.
McLean, like you said, Mac Attack has done a
Pressure from both sides from both of those kids.
played well this season. Tyler Ramsden gets there to bring him down. 3rd down and short coming up now, as they are now into Trojan territory.
Now you force 3rd down on them, and how are you going to come out on this 3rd down and stop them? Are you going to send a blitz here and think that they're going to run it, or are they going to do something tricky and try and toss over the top? I would imagine they're just going to go power and try and run it up the gut.
And we got a flag here on the near side, and here comes Cunningham.
And
look at that, helping him right back up. That's
Atta boy. I like it.
What a guy.
I like it.
Tackles him hard, picks him right back up. But let's see what this flag is.
So looking towards the Trojans here.
You would think it'd be declined if it was on Bremen.
Participation against Triton.
See, that's the one that was illegal participation. That was not the signal. I knew it wasn't the one they did earlier. So 4 penalties here on the Trojans here in the second quarter, 5 in the first half. Mitchell's taking a long time to get this ball spotted out there.
I'm not sure if they're sure how many yards.
Of course, that will move the chains.
Holy cow.
Wow. 15? As Don just confirmed, that is 15 yards.
Got my phone.
Ooh.
Luckily, it wasn't that far.
Oh, boy.
15-yard penalty from the 44-yard line, moves the ball to the 29.
And Coach Eunice trying to get an explanation here.
And I'm not even sure if we had 12 guys. Maybe somebody was subbing out at the end there. And looks like he got his explanation, and he's not upset with it, really. So
it was pretty quick.
Eunice didn't seem upset after he got the explanation. So
Nunemaker now the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split to either side. Mosier in the backfield. Looking left. Down the field. A little too strong there for Zarnecki.
Pass incomplete, intended for Cody Zarnecki. Second and 10.
Second and 10 coming up.
And Dominic Smith with pretty good coverage on Zarnecki, who is very fast.
You know, you got to remember Dominic Smith had that big play in the opening game against South Central, that big interception.
Yeah.
You know, Dominic getting better with his coverage.
Kind of ran with him for a while there, stride for stride. Zarnecki had a little bit of breakout speed at the end, but ball just placed too far in front of him by Nunemaker, and so
48.9 to go here in the first half. Bremen driving here in the Triton territory. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Goes to Mosier up the middle. He's got plenty of space. He rumbles forward. It'll take a lot of Trojans to bring him down.
That's the thing about this Bremen team. Even though they're maybe not so effective in the throwing game, especially here today, it just gets the defense off balance so that they can run the ball up the middle on those powers and counters and traps. So
now they go into the hurry up as Nunemaker will spike with only 1 timeout left.
36 seconds here.
Of course, we said at halftime we'll have the junior high football recognition and the 1971 team.
Probably run the commercials after the
band. Yeah, we'll probably. Yeah, we'll see how soon people get set up.
Well, that's true. Maybe I'll run it one.
From the 18-yard line.
Got Trips out to our close side here, close to us.
Shively all by himself there on the far side. That's where he's going to go with it, and Irvine's there, and Shively breaks the coverage on the slant, and touchdown, Bremen.
Irvine was trying to jump that route and just couldn't get there in time, it looked like. As you can see, Nunemaker. Good protection mostly from that offensive line up front. As you can see here, give him about a second or two. That's all he needs for a quick slant, and Irvine playing too far off of him.
And once again, Bremen making the most of their red zone opportunities, 4 for 4. This team is lethal inside the 20.
Turnovers are really hurting us here today, though. Keep giving the ball back to them, keeping the defense out there, and I can imagine they're probably pretty tired.
And a flag. And legal procedure on the Lions. It's their 3rd penalty. I'll move him back. Estrada will have a little bit farther to kick it, but he's got plenty of leg. Saw a couple of these PAT attempts. Just really drive it through. Try the good push, but a nice kick. Will split the uprights. And Bremen extending their lead here late in the second quarter.
Nunemaker has 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. One was an easy little screen pass, and then that great quick slant put it right on the money.
You know, and you got to, Ashton Shively just ran that route so well. Really kind of stopped. Like you said, that quick slant just did a good job planting his feet and come right back here. That was a good route, good concentration on getting himself freed up, and ran well with it afterwards. But this 31 seconds to go here for the Trojans here in this first half.
And Bremen's looking very balanced on offense and defense offense in terms of passing and running the ball here tonight. They are doing both, maybe not as high in passing as in running, but they're keeping us off balance. And that's what Bremen, if they're successful, that's what they do.
While it'd be nice to score, but you need to have whatever play that is, whatever it looks like, you need to have some momentum going to halftime. I think Triton needs something to pick them up.
I agree.
Going in.
Still got a timeout. If we get a good return here, we could possibly get maybe a field goal out of this. But 31 seconds ain't much with just one timeout available.
Strada now to kick. Squib kick now, and it's stopped. Nice heads-up play there. None other. That's Joey Borntrager, or excuse me, Kendrick Jones. Sorry, Kendrick Jones there.
Triton's going to get pretty good field position here. And
that was a good heads-up play there by Kendrick Jones. I mean, it happened so fast.
Yeah,
good reflex.
Just even see it
if you
enough.
watch, I mean,
I didn't either.
Just quick, right idea, get in front of it. Hey, it hit me. I'm going to go down right here. Boom. That was a great job there by Kendrick Jones.
Gives us good field position here.
To the ball carrier to the Lions 49-yard line.
Nothing called.
Timeout, Triton.
Their last timeout. 10.9.
Picks up 2 yards, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Thinking that you'd be going to the air in this situation, Andy.
No, it makes it, but the line not really giving him as much time. He's getting hit on the throw. Colts is really not getting that time really.
Sideways pass intended to Tyler Amsden, incomplete. 3rd and 8. Sideways pass intended for Cole Irvine, incomplete, 4th and 8.
Trying to force something downfield on that last play, which is
keep an eye
Which
here.
is fine because it would have been 4th down, and even if it was picked, it would have been a really deep throw. So
high kick, bounces right in front of Workman, and he.
Nope.
Yeah, you got to. Oh, I could have sworn it was
He
touched there
didn't,
about
but
the
it looked-
15.
it looked like it.
So 1.4 here, looked to either be a knee or a short run.
Yeah.
Going to the half.
15-yard line with 1.4 seconds remaining in the half.
Coming out in the second half, you just got to try to not turn over the ball as much. That's been the key mostly here today. Bremen capitalizing off of our turnovers.
What? Encroachment?
Sportsmanlike conduct penalty against Triton.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's a 15-yard penalty.
I wonder if they got the number or not. I don't know if they tell you the number on that or not. As you can see, Ickes is kind of Eunice's calming voice there. Trying to calm him down. So a little bit of
Another conference here.
Yeah, because the official went back and he just said something to the other one and turned around and come back to the coach.
seems like a little bit of miscommunication going on here between refs.
15-yard penalty.
They said they can't hear us just audio from the stands.
I think I think when the replay it kicked it out,
Oh.
it should be good.
See, he's doing good with his remote support. The Apple Watch does help us a little bit too. I don't have to look at my phone. Going to make our other shotgun. So my idea of heading to halftime, they're going to take a shot. So we go to Mosier on the outside. He takes off. He's got the edge. Stops, cuts back infield, and he'll get. Oh, no, he ain't brought down yet. D'Angelo Holland and Evan Bryles in there on the tackle, and that'll do it for the first half. Bremen leads 28-7. We'll be back after halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the north end zone. Tonight, the class of 1971 are here celebrating their 50th year reunion. We are recognizing the members of the class who played on the football team in the 1970-71 school year. The team went 8-1 that year, shattering 29 existing team records along the way. The only loss was to Bremen. The team consisted of Jay King, Steve Gockenauer, John Parker, Rich Montague, Hugh Redinger, Sandy Lindsay, Luke Becknell, Dave Gottschalk, Dan Danner. Not present are Pete Dixon, Jeff Fetters, Dwayne Zentz, and the late Doug Carlberg. The team was coached by the late Charlie Smith. Let's give these guys a hand of applause. Thanks, guys, for coming back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's halftime performance by the Spirit of Triton Marching Band. The band is under the direction of David Seal. The staff includes percussion, Charles Lawrence, color guard, Raquel Fiotle, and drum major, Kara Nelson. Tonight's show is entitled Voyage of the Oceanos. The band members are excited to be competing this Saturday at Goshen High School. Drum major, is the Spirit of Triton ready? The Spirit of Triton, you may take the field for your halftime performance.
abandoned ship, leaving the puppet.
Let's give our band another big hand as they leave the field. We'd like to recognize the junior high football team and cheer. So if you please direct your attention to the north end zone as we recognize junior high football team and cheerleaders. Our junior high team is 3-0 on the season so far. Here we go. Number 1, Gage Riffle. Number 2, Gavin Riffle. Number 4, Isaac Quintana. Number 7, Rylan Davis. Number 9, Jaden Overmeyer. Number 10, Nick Christ. Number 11, Maddox Denny. Number 20, Owen Weymouth. Number 21, Blaze Hensley. Number 22, Ryder Gayhart. Number 33, Kyle Cummins. Number 34, Preston Brookins. Number 44, Lewis Hill. Number 50, Jake Wiedemann. Number 52, Colton Reynolds. Number 54, Vincent Prater. Number 55, Peyton Cook. Number 57, Addison Hammond. Number 59, Braylon Fisher. Number 60, Marshall Blackford. Number 65, Max Richardson. Number 76, Micah Kistler. Number 77, Brady Shue. Number 79, Darren King. And number 83, Cohen Staten. Our junior high cheerleaders are Alyssa Bruner, Gwendolyn Neff, Brooklyn Roberts, Sophie Rowe, and Brooklyn White. Let's give our junior high football team and cheerleaders a big hand. Get their schedule, come out and support them Sunday afternoon as they play. Congratulations, Trojans.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Fans, it's time for the Triton Football Fundraiser. Money goes towards the Triton football team to help fund team dinners, uniforms, and much more. Raffle tickets are on sale here in the month of September. They are $5 each or $20 for 5 tickets. Find a player or manager to have a chance at these great prizes, as winners will be announced on senior night at the October 1st home game. Prizes to include a $100 gift card from Cornerstone at Cedar from Jim and Misha Conley, a $200 gift card from Ruoff Mortgage Senior Loan Officer Whitney Swanson, 2 $75 meat packages from Shively Freezer Beef, Tim and Lori Shively. Happy cows, taste better. $25 gift card from Robin's Nest. She will also be donating a plaque to the football player and manager who sells the most tickets. Thank you, Robin. A $25 gift card from The Standard. 2 packages from Subway and Bourbon Street Pizza. A Riker and Net package. A $50 gift card from Journey's Inn from Natalie Brookins and Mike Kuntz. A $50 gift certificate from Arbonne from Kelly Westaver. And 4 2-hour shifts from the football players. If you need your garage cleaned, yard work, etc., we see these guys showcase on how hard they work on Friday nights. This is your chance to win them to be your helpers for a 2-hour shift. Thank you again to all those who donated and your continued support of Triton Trojans football. Triton Blue Slam Volleyball is having a fundraiser featuring Bruce's Big Grill Barbecue on Saturday, September 11th in the Triton High School parking lot. Pickup time is from 10 to 1 o'clock. Ticket prices are $10, which you can buy the day of or contact one of the volleyball players or managers. Meal includes pulled pork barbecue sandwich, chips, and water. Desserts are available with donation upon picking up your meal. All proceeds will benefit the Triton Varsity Volleyball program. Thank you for supporting your Lady Big Blue Slam. All right, welcome back, everyone, here as Bremen leads at halftime 28-7. Andy O'Hara alongside Trenton Kreft, Kaden Atkins, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As we get ready to get this second half underway, Kaden, I think the big thing in that first half is they got to control their turnovers. The 21 points off turnovers. Otherwise, we're still looking at a one-score game.
Yeah, absolutely. Limit the turnovers in the second half. Move the ball as well as you can, and try not to call me Kaden.
Well,
you're running a little bit.
I know.
I'm not much sleep, man.
I'm starting to fail here a little bit.
Are you dragging a little bit?
I'm dragging. I have hit the proverbial wall.
Hey, there's a cookie over there. A little bit of
I'm drinking pop. I'm breaking my rule here.
Well, it might keep you awake a little better.
Oh, it will.
You never know. Hopefully.
I said Trenton Kreft, didn't I?
No, you said Kaden.
I thought I said everybody. I looked at you and I said no, don't.
Didn't he say Kaden or no?
I did. I said both. I said 4. I count in my head. Rookie, I'm telling you what.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch. You know, I could definitely be
go
wrong.
back and watch. Boy, you're going to be buying dinner and everything else next week. I'm telling you.
Trying to call you out again.
Yeah, see, you be
Doesn't
careful
work
of
out too well. I always get reprimanded. I got to stop doing that.
Yeah, you better be careful.
Hey, we haven't had any of those footballs keep coming off of the stand today.
Nope.
Hasn't happened. I don't even think once.
No, I don't think it has.
Pretty impressive.
So that's a first here for
right?
the season. So it's underway here as Anthony Shue now will be the returner. He'll take off. Goes upfield, up past. Stops, changes directions, spins upfield, still on his feet. And we'll get up past the 30-yard line, about the 32-33 is where Cole Shively will lead his offense back out there.
And as I said before, just limit the turnovers, keep moving those chains, running those powers, and try to get the outside tosses to Anthony Shue as we saw that 8-yarder for a touchdown. So maybe the toss and getting it outside will work a little better, and then when we throw it, give Shively some time. He doesn't have much time back there. Got to get your blocks, pick up blitzes, and give him a little bit of time to toss the ball around.
Irvine comes here near side. Shively goes under center. Takes the snap. Gives it to Shue. He'll go forward a few yards.
You got to look for some intensity and some energy to start the second half. You're down 3 scores, but can't let it get the best of you. If you score on this opening drive and score a touchdown, you're looking at a 2-score game with quite a bit of game left to play. So,
and the Trojans down Lima as Cam Shively looks to be done for the night. So Ethan Howe and Tucker Worsham will be the 2 bookends. And those guys got their hands full with a pretty tough Bremen front. Shively under center. Hampson goes in motion, goes right up there.
Got some room to run there a little bit.
Pushing forward as the pile gets pushed backwards.
Had a nice hole there on that side. Good block by Smith, I believe. And Trent Conley as well. Good block, letting him get a little bit of room to run. And making it close here on 3rd down.
3rd and 2 coming up. Trojan 42-yard line. You know, Triton, the big thing, only 2 first downs in that first half?
I believe so, yeah. They had that long touchdown run. Can we count all those yards? 10 yards?
I mean, good. Math was right on the first try, just so you know. Shively goes back under center now. Goes right back to Shue. Cuts back upfield, trying to get some space. Shue on his feet. Runs right into the defender, but rolls forward for a big first down there for the Trojans. Watch him here. I mean, my thing is Anthony Shue breaking tackles. Beast Quick is on the roll again. Stiff arm there, runs in 2 guys and still going.
Austin Young, a little bit of the nail there as Anthony Shue runs over him. Anthony Shue, very hard to bring down, and this Bremen defense is learning it. They're starting to learn to gang tackle a little better, though. As you can see, Shue was brought down by about 3 or 4 Lions there.
Shively takes the snap. Goes back to Shue. Shue with a big hole, goes up forward, still on his feet. Anthony Shue refuses to go down. And a first down for the Trojans and more. Anthony Shue, we said they needed that momentum play right there. Watch him just break tackles. Spin cycle, it don't matter. Beast Quick has woken up here in the second half.
And that hole between the center and guard right there really opened up, gave him some room to run. He wasn't touched until about 7 yards into that run, and then, of course, he just rumbles on like Anthony Shue does.
Power running is an understatement following those last 2 runs.
We gotten 2 first downs already here?
Right there.
So we've already matched our first half first downs.
Goes right back to Shue. A good stop by Bremen to plug the hole there. As McKenzie. It looks like Mosier was in on that.
Picks up 1 yard, 2nd and 9.
Looks like McKenzie initially was the guy in there on the tackle.
Triton coming out and not getting away from what they do, giving it back to Anthony Shue, letting him run up the middle on those powers and blasts, getting to the second level before he's even touched. So not getting away from our bread and butter here early.
The big thing is just got to settle down.
And I think that soon we're probably going to hit him. I would assume with a counter. We've been doing a lot of power. Maybe a counter here to Tyler Amsden soon.
And that one stopped right there. In there on the tackle to lead the Chargers, Easton Reed. A 6', 300-pound junior. Used every ounce of that and kept Anthony Shue from going anywhere. So 3rd and long coming up.
And over there, that's a tough man to block. 78 there. Connor Reddles, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think it's 78 on that right side, and he is a tough man to block because he is big and tough to push around.
Shively back under center. And there will be the late call, late flag there, but we're going to get a legal procedure on the Trojans. Anthony Shue kind of stepped early.
That could hurt him here. I would assume they're going to have to try and pass to get it close for 4th down now.
Is that there, the 7th penalty on the Trojans here tonight.
And Triton hasn't really tried anything tricky, as we haven't seen yet here today, so sometimes Eunice has something up his sleeve.
Well, he's the offensive mastermind for a reason.
Yeah, maybe it's about time to bring it out, I would say.
Shively now working on the shotgun. 2 wide receivers out to his right. Takes the snap. Looking over, leading. Snyder a little too far in front. 4th down comes up.
He did not have much time again. The Bremen Lions are doing a very good job of making Shively feel uncomfortable in that pocket and putting pressure on him. Just needs to step into his throws a little more, and Lions got to pick up blocks a little better and hold them for a while.
Looks like Eunice is going to go for it here on 4th down and long. Low snap. Here comes the rush. Shively steps into it, airing it out. Hangs there for a while as Reese Green intercepts, and he's taken off up the far sideline. Still on his feet, and he'll take that one up past the 50, looks like. And Bremen takes over.
And that is Cole's 2nd interception, I believe, here today, and our 5th turnover. Cole Shively forcing it into double coverage there. And just intercepted. He didn't have much time to throw it once again. He's getting pressured and hammered every time he steps back to toss the ball. And a great run back and a great catch by Reese Green, is it? Yeah, Reese Green. And he showed a little bit of his wheels on that run back as well.
Yards on the interceptor return. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 48-yard line.
So Nunemaker as Bremen Lions up 3 scores here. Still start from their own 48. Thought they got to pass the 50. Takes the snap. Goes to McKenzie, and McKenzie on his feet. Still going forward. And a stop there.
Austin McKenzie, the ball carrier.
And Workman was in there at cornerback, giving Shively a little bit of a break.
To the 47.
And Shively's going to go back in for Workman here.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Bremen's starting to really find their groove on the run game here. Really just forcing it straight up the middle and making Triton really try and play physical. And Bremen's got the better of them here today, thus far.
2nd down and 5. Goes to Mosier. Gets through as Mamson falls down, and Cunningham comes up initially making contact, and Cole Shively and company come in there to finish off.
Cunningham, great
the run.
pursuit from the safety position, making that initial contact, not getting him to the ground, but holding him up for his teammates to come.
And
Cunningham's definitely come a long way.
And Bremen doing what they've done best all night, move the chains.
Yep.
As they work right back into Trojan territory, which they've been there. Well, with some good starting field position, but they found their way across the 50 numerous times here tonight.
And if you're Triton on defense here, you got to bend, but don't break. Don't let them score. You don't want Bremen to put any more points on the board this second half to give your offense a chance.
So how do you respond in this moment? Play action fakes, rolls left. Here comes Riley Wood. Forces the pass up and leads a little too far forward there for Cole Taylor.
Riley Wood, great pressure up the middle, forcing him out of the pocket. Although I think it was a natural bootleg, rushed him a little bit on his toss. Riley Wood, somebody that we've seen start to become a really good pass rusher on his blitzes, and he's clogging up the holes in the middle. He's come a long way as well, and he looks pretty good this season. I think he is a pretty good leader at that linebacker position.
As the third quarter continues to speed along here with 6:16 left to go. Unamaker under center. Takes snap, looking left, goes with the slant there. Just past the hands of Shively. That one will be incomplete. Cole Shively on the coverage.
Shively's playing very well at cornerback here today.
Bremen players down.
Might have a cramp. It's like Tyler Amson down there helping out.
You're seeing really good sportsmanship here today, though.
On both sides of the football, you know, between Bremen and Triton, both teams. I mean, when somebody falls down or helping somebody up, you know, these two schools, even though it's a little bit of what you call a rivalry, I wouldn't call it a, you know, these two neighboring schools really have a lot of respect for one another. And
we probably haven't played anybody more.
I don't think we have.
In football.
I mean these two programs. I mean, you know, like I said, Bremen is a really, I mean, they're a real classy organization over there. You know, Triton, you see these young men down here, you know, not quite where they want to be on their scoreboard, but yet they're still showing sportsmanship and playing with a good attitude out there.
Yeah, and as we always say, it's more than football. How you conduct yourself out here is how you're going to conduct yourself a lot of times out in life. So,
and Estrada will check in now for Shively. There's Ton on the left side. We'll have an I formation there in the backfield. He's Unamaker under center. Goes to Mosier, and he'll rumble forward.
That's Mosier, ball carrier.
Fourth down here. So defense does not break. Give their offense another chance if they decide to punt it away. I didn't see if Unamaker checked out. He didn't. No, he's just getting the play call. So it looks like they're going to most likely go for it, correct?
That's what I would guess.
4th and 7.
You know what? I like that. The lumberjack. I like that. Like that. The Star Carn Riley Wood, the lumberjack.
Hey, that's pretty good.
No, I like that.
Who came up with that one? Was that you?
No, that was not. No, that was not me.
Thomas Cody.
So I think that one's going to stick.
That's pretty good.
Well, you know, we had the fridge back there last year. Now we got the lumberjack. I like that. Very good. Very good. Like it. See, there's others that can come up with things and not just me. Okay. I like it.
Hey, there's all those kids that didn't have to pay tonight to get in.
Exactly. As we've said in the volleyball broadcast, that all the Triton High School students, grades 9 through 12, free to any athletic event. I mean, that's not a tournament or postseason. They're welcome to come all year long. So that's, I mean, like I said, that's big. You don't have to pay to go in and get it for free.
And then actually have almost a normal weather for a football game.
Yeah, it's nice. We're starting to cool off, which means Kenny won't be around here too much longer. we may not see him till basketball, or at least till sectionals.
Yeah, when you see me earlier today.
Yep, I know. He's getting ready.
And then about an hour later, totally different.
Yep. So 4th and 7 for Nunemaker. He works out the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out to his left. Hard count, looking left. Has a man there. Going deep downfield, and Shively
is there.
And they're going to call pass interference.
Oh, no. I don't think that's a very good call, in my opinion there.
I mean, Shively made a play on the ball, at least that's from my perception.
Had his head turned, and both the offense and defense players should have a right to the ball when it's in the air. That should not be pass interference.
I'm making sure they didn't happen. You never see.
So it's kind of watch here. As you see that, Andrew Tunn takes off here, right at the streak, kind of streaking up the field. Nice pressure by Howell, but watch Shively tracking the ball, never looks right at there. The two just collided.
Both
Shively was playing the ball.
Both players have a right to the ball when it's in the air like that.
That's very questionable.
And you got to think that's 4th down. That turns the tide right there. They're going to get a 15 yards instead of giving the ball back over to the Trojans at their own 35, or at Bremen's 35. So that's a big turn.
We saw a questionable call there at the end of the first half. Nunemaker goes out here to Mosier. Head of steam goes forward, and a nice tackle there by Amsden.
And it is getting a little chippy now that we said that. A couple people pushing and shoving. Attitude's getting the best of people here in the late 3rd.
And that's frustrations now. It's just got to hold your composure.
Yeah.
I know that's easier said than done because we're up there, and you've been down there. You get penalties, and it's not quite going your way. I mean, it's real easy to.
It is. It's easy to point fingers a lot of times too.
And it's really hard to come out of that too.
Yeah, it is.
I remember being a high school kid. I was always right, and everybody else was wrong. So I mean,
especially your parents. Your parents were always.
Oh, they were always wrong. They were never right. Now my wife is right about everything. Nunemaker goes to Mosier, goes through Amsden initially, but Mosier stopped. But I think he'll have close to a 1st down there.
Down to the 13.
3rd down and short coming up here. 4:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Third quarter went by pretty quick here. Just 4 minutes. No scores.
Felt like halftime took forever.
Yeah.
Does anybody else feel that? Maybe it's just because I haven't slept, but still.
It did take a little bit till they actually got the halftime clock started.
Oh, hey. We're all right. Oh, we're going to get a penalty on Taylor.
33.
As Taylor takes off through there.
Did we have audio problems?
Earlier we did.
I was trying to get things situated for halftime and getting things, and then when I ran the replay, it ended up kicking one of the audio settings.
I just looked at my text.
Well, as many screens and everything you have going on, I'm surprised you can keep organized over there. I mean, he's doing that with sleep. I don't know. Ryan's up late most nights. Nunemaker looking right, going for the middle of the field, and a touchdown there for Taylor. That one from 18 yards out, which matches their longest touchdown strike of the evening.
That was a great pass by Nunemaker, setting his feet, delivering it right on the money, right where it had to be.
And that's something we talked about in the pregame when us watching film and everything is, Nunemaker gets time to throw. He's pretty accurate with that football, and he can really move that ball downfield.
Those quick slants are kind of hurting Triton here. Towards the end of the red zone there.
Strada kick, balls down, holds good, and that one looks to split the uprights.
Who caught that one?
That was Cole Taylor, number 32.
Cole Taylor. Was that 3 throwing touchdowns, I think, from Nunemaker tonight?
All from the, like I said, 18 yards. 18 yards is the longest scoring strike, but hey, another one down the red zone.
Yep.
Bremen finds a way to score. Very tough team on offense in the red zone. I mean, they're very efficient. You know, and for the Trojans here, you know.
And that penalty hurts them.
You know, and you got a little over a
You
quarter.
had them stopped, and it's tough.
Got a quarter and some change to go here. The big thing is you're going to go into a conference matchup next week on the road. I mean, you only have one more home game left. I think this is, for me, I guess, if I'm out there, which, granted, I'm not. I mean, if I was one of those guys in there, I'm firing up to find a way. Let's just focus and let's just go take it one play at a time. Get that momentum, take it into next week. And, you know, find ways. I mean, there's lessons in defeat, and this is something you can take from it. What can we do to get better for next week?
Yep, it's all about learning those lessons and applying them for future games. And the lesson here is can't be as careless with the football on offense, and defensively, you can't be getting beat on those quick slants and powers. You got to be more physical up front. So,
you know, a good last test for these guys as far as I think they won't play any more non-conference games the rest of the year.
I think you're right.
So it'll be conference play the rest of the way out. Estrada sends a high kick. Now takes the one hop, and there's Anthony Shue, takes from his own 10-yard line. He'll take off, cuts upfield, splits the defender. Anthony Shue on his feet. Anthony Shue up past the 40, back to the 43. Gets tripped up there towards the end.
Shue had a chance to break that one. As you can see, plays it on one hop perfectly. Gets upfield, couple really good blocks, finds the hole in a seam, and just barely gets tripped up there.
Could quite see who that was. I might have been Andrew Tunn, I think, is who might have tripped him up. So Worsham.
Yeah, good return.
So Worsham, Landon Lemler, Josh Lemler, Trenton Conley, and Ethan Howell, the line out there for Triton. Goes right back to Trey Shue, who rumbles for the Diesel, not quitting yet. Gets a couple yards on the carry.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Trey Shue carrying the ball tonight. A lot of Anthony Shue, and
this is
not
Trace's
much of his brother.
Second game of the season for him, is trying to get back to the swing of things.
Thank you.
So 2nd down and 6 on the 4 yards on that carry. Triton looking to try to get back in Bremen territory. Trying to go on a drive here as they go back to Anthony Shue, who hits the hole hard, but nice play by Bremen to get in there and stop and close that gap in a hurry.
That was Barger, if I'm saying it correctly.
No, I'm staying with Eisenberger.
Eisenberger, okay. Anthony Shue hit that hole hard, and not many people can bring him down one-on-one, but he does it there. So.
Well, Trent was right. Eckenbarger. Oh, the rookie got one. Shue cuts upfield and runs right through, still on his feet, and might have. Whoa! And Deontay Brown shoves Josh Lemler to the ground. As we'll get an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty coming here. Looked like there was a conversation, and Deontay Brown puts him into the ground.
I must missed that, but as I said, attitudes are running high here. It being a rivalry game and all, and teams close to each other.
As unsportsmanlike conduct penalty coming up here.
Yarder.
That'll give the Trojans a 1st down.
And Josh Lemler not retaliating is the key to getting this penalty, because if he gets back up and gets back in his face, it's a unsportsmanlike conduct both ways, offsetting. So
personal foul against the Lions. And Triton will get a 1st down and go into Bremen territory.
15-yard penalty at the end of the run.
Good job by Josh Lemler keeping his cool and making the Lions pay for that penalty there.
Move the ball to the 34-yard line.
And the Trojan faithful still trying to cheer on their boys in blue out there. And it's 1st down and 10 now from the Bremen 34-yard line following the penalty. Shively under center. Waits a snap. Goes to Anthony Shue, who cuts up the field, but bounces it outside. Estrada there trying to bring him down. Shue runs through him and still on his feet.
Shue dancing to the 26-yard line.
Anthony Shue just power running there.
Bremen has just 4 penalties tonight, first in the third quarter, compared to Triton's 6 on the night.
Shue goes through there and just keeps right on going. Like I said, coming in, 140 yards averaging a game. I mean, 6 touchdowns now in the season for him.
Yeah,
a touchdown in the first quarter.
Great season thus far.
Goes up to Trey Shue, and it's brought down in a hurry there. McKenzie in there on the tackle. Eckenbarger also looked to be in there as well.
Trace is one of those bully runners. He ain't going to finesse you or get too fancy with it, but he's going to run you over. And he's not going to make any means about it. That's what he's doing.
There's only one way for him. It's forward. Forward, or we don't go backwards. It's not very often he goes in reverse. I don't think he has that gear.
His brother likes to go side to side pretty well.
Oh, hey, it works.
Yeah, it does.
Drifting. See,
they can learn from each other a little, maybe.
See, there you go. Shively back under center. Takes the snap. Goes back to Anthony Shue, stiff arm, still on his feet. It breaks another tackle. Shue still on his feet and goes through.
Looked like did it look like his knee touched the ground here?
Well, he kind of like he misstepped.
Kind of weird.
Oh, maybe it was just weird. See, I thought his knee touched right
oh, no, it was still up off the ground.
Impressive.
So they'll give him first down, move the chains for the Trojans. Yeah, looked like his knee was just, by looking here, it was clearly off the ground.
24-yard line, picks up the first down on a run of 2 yards.
And that is Triton's 5th first down here tonight.
Shively back under center. Split backs in the backfield. Shively throws it, trying to go up, and they'll let him be off the deal there as Michael Rogers intercepted for Bremen.
Yeah, Triton was marching the ball pretty well on that drive, eating up a lot of their clock, which is tough, but just force it down the field a little too much there, and that'll be Shively's 3rd pick, I believe, of the ball game. And he just hasn't had much time to throw back there.
I believe 6th turnover on the Trojans today.
3 fumbles, 3 picks. So, and I don't think I have Bremen for a single turnover here tonight. No, I don't think so. So that's been the key right there. So
1st and 10 now from their own 20. 46 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. As Nunemaker goes under center, 2 I formation in the backfield. Goes to Mosier, cuts the field, nice hole for him. Cunningham initially there, and then the Lumberjack comes and finishes him off. I'm going to use that now. I like that. I like that. I like that. We're going to have to use that. And that was Thomas Cody. I'll tell you what, that very, very good. I like when our fans get involved.
And probably
stuff
just
like that.
Going to let the quarter wind down here, I would imagine. And Triton will be going into the 4th quarter down 35-7 most likely here. Unless they're going to – they don't got enough on the play clock, so they're going to run one more.
2nd and 5 as he'll work out the shotgun for Nunemaker. Goes on the sweep play as McKenzie still on his feet and goes forward for a first down. And the Lions will be driving going into the 4th quarter.
Austin McKenzie out to the 38-yard line. Picks up 13 yards.
Triton Blue Slam Volleyball is having a fundraiser featuring Bruce's Big Grill Barbecue on Saturday, September 11th in the Triton High School parking lot. Pickup time is from 10 to 1 o'clock. Ticket prices are $10, which you can buy the day of or contact one of the volleyball players or managers. Meal includes pulled pork barbecue sandwich, chips, and water. Desserts are available with donation upon picking up your meal. All proceeds will benefit the Triton Varsity Volleyball program. Thank you for supporting your Lady Big Blue Slam. Of course, that will be tomorrow. We get to take part in that. It was pretty good last year, and tomorrow Danny will be on the broadcast a couple different moments.
I'm sure she'll be enjoying that.
I think she's looked forward to it. Oh, and Thunder Strikes. I haven't gotten to that far yet, and with some of the home games, we may have to try so we can get Coach Perry back this year. So trying to get things kind of organized. It's been kind of a transition for us. So we can get her back this season. I'm sure we will. So we'll have the tournament tomorrow. The boys will go down to play Culver next week. Of course, got cross country tomorrow.
Bremen's going to have a tough one on their hands. They play Jimtown next week at Jimtown.
Jimtown looks really good this year.
Yeah.
Newmaker out of the shotgun, hard count. Goes back to McKenzie. And he'll go forward, and he'll go there and stop there about just past line. Well, I think we got a fumble.
And
Triton gets the football. And we got an official down here in the backfield.
Bremen's first turnover of the game there. Triton finally forces a turnover.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Not sure quite what happened there. Triton recovers the football, forcing a turnover here in the fourth quarter. First Bremen turnover of the game.
Something Triton desperately needed right there.
Nice.
Give them hopefully a little bit of hope here and go punch one in.
Eric Callahan coming out to check on the official out there.
Well, he knows about getting hit.
Yep, he does know. He does know. Unfortunately, that very scary incident.
And that's probably a good thing.
Trent was a junior.
That was a good thing we didn't have our replay working at that time.
Oh, yes.
That was,
that was, wow.
I remember that.
That was Drew Stichter was up here helping me call the game that
pretty fired up.
Yeah.
Whole team was fired up after that.
Yeah, they were.
That was.
It worked because walked all the way to a sectional championship.
Yeah, well, that's true. And
fired them up all the way through.
We got the best revenge. We beat them, so.
And a fumble by Triton, and they scoop it up. Zarnecki's going to go untouched. And in there to blow it up was Austin McKenzie. We got penalty flags.
Not sure what it is, but it won't eliminate the penalty or touchdown. I wouldn't assume it would just be a forced on the kickoff.
Something on Triton.
And that's our.
Now we're heading.
What's going on here? Now we got another flag over here.
Saw flags flying. I was just.
Whole bunch of flags flying.
I guess I didn't see.
I was going to do a replay, but let's wait until we get things kind of sorted out here.
I saw this one fly when one of our Triton players were trying to run him down, but I really didn't see. I must have looked away.
And they're going to have a meeting. I'm not sure. I think they're going to bring this back. They're going
to. Kind of. They're just asking about a replay, but.
Well, I just got some news from Mr. Davenport over here. Warsaw leads 17-50 over Mishawaka. That's big. That's big as Mishawaka, very talented football team. With a minute 23 left in the fourth quarter, no timeouts.
Triton 40-yard line.
Wow.
Okay, so.
No, Mishawaka, no timeouts left. Wow. Tigers with a big one up there.
Looks like the touchdown got called back, and they're going to be at the 40. I'm assuming that's where the penalty must have occurred.
So
but I didn't.
Yeah,
I don't know what they
were. I'll have to go back and look that one. Not really sure.
I don't know exactly what the call was, though.
Didn't really.
I don't know.
So 1st and 10 now.
That was our 7th turnover of the game there.
So it goes out to Mosier. Cuts upfield. We got a flag here on the near side. So he'll go out of bounds.
Penalty flag. Lance Mosier, the ball carrier.
Most likely. Not sure what they're going to call here. Might be a holding call. And call the illegal procedure on the Lions.
Okay, here's that other. Let's see if we can see anything at the camera because it was kind of.
There's a lot happening there on that play.
Gets hit here.
As McKenzie blows it up. Zarnecki goes.
And I think our camera's enough head.
You can't see what happened.
Yeah, it was back here a ways.
Yep, that's what I was afraid of on that.
He threw his flag at about the 35 or 40, I thought.
First and 15 for the Lions. That's
not real sure.
45-yard line.
So we confirm with Bremen's a blindside hit on the penalty.
Oh, okay.
But thanks again for those guys for their help today.
And that's probably why he got
moved
back
there.
all the way to the spot. That's a big penalty, blindside.
Ozier now at the carry again, trying to go through, and Triton stands tall on defense. And, you know, and for Bremen, this is that kind of game, you know, they need that confidence going against Jimtown because Jimtown's a tough team. And, you know, Bremen here showing a lot of heart.
Absolutely.
A tough loss against Mishawaka Marion. You know, this is a team that's going to be resilient. And like I said, well coached. These guys play hard. You know, this team's got a bright future. You know, and Triton, this is where you got to learn.
Yep, I mean, you got to learn and take it into the next games.
I mean, you have tonight to get over the sting of the loss, but yet learn from it. Build from this. What things can you take from this? You know, what bright moments did we have? You know, we saw, you know, there's things we can work on. There's always something we can improve on. As McKenzie gets it there and he gets hit. Might have been Ethan Howell initially.
Man, and this defense our defense, Triton's, has not had much of a break pretty much this whole entire game.
Ryan's got some scoring updates for us.
At halftime, North Judson's up on Knox, 21-7.
Ooh. Judson, them and Winnemac look to be
top dogs.
Top dogs possibly in the conference this year.
Does Judson have a conference loss yet?
I don't believe so. They do not. Okay. Them and Winnemac, the only two undefeated ones going in.
Winnemac doesn't, but.
And Winnemac's up at LaVille tonight.
That's a.
Oh, they're not playing. Never mind. Noonemaker rolls left, stops. Here comes the Lumberjack from behind. Noonemaker throwing it downfield. Oh, Amari Snyder had a beat.
I thought Amari might have been able to have an angle to pick that, but
say he's coming around there.
Riley Wood, great pressure from this outside. Realizes he doesn't have anybody to cover here, and forces the ball a little bit too far out of the reach. Is that Gaverstone?
No, it was Estrada.
Okay. And it looked like Amari had a beat on it. He could have possibly had a pick if it was thrown a little more in bounce there.
Good hustle getting off field there, Shoe. I like it. Always running hard. Punt there. High kick. A nice kick there, but it'll go out and be a touchback, and the Trojans will take over from the 20-yard line. Inside 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. As we said, Trojans will be at Culver and Pioneer. The next two games, and the final home game will be hosting that extremely tough North Judson team here. It'll be a little cooler than Trenton. It's starting to cool off just a little bit.
Yeah, just watch TritonTrojans.org for the status of those two away games coming up.
And some of those there may be recorded, but I know Trent and I are going to be at every single one of those games, whether we're calling a game or not. So to go watch and take notes. And
this was an hour ago, but Pioneer was ahead of Caston 30-0 at halftime.
And like I said, you don't rule. I mean, like I said, you know, Judson and Winnemac haven't played yet, and those two are last. And someone can still shake things up. It ain't over yet.
And the last week playing against Caston, we saw Triton play well on both aspects, offensively and defensively, running the ball, throwing the ball, defensively forcing turnovers. And you wonder what the message is going to be at the end of this game and heading into next week.
That Pioneer game did go final. Pioneer 42, Caston 6.
And like I said, Caston, you know, back-to-back weeks with a loss, but yeah, that's a team that, you know, they're gonna get tougher.
They're improving, and they seem like they're pretty physical, and they can move the football decently.
And they're an extremely tough sectional.
Yeah.
Winnemac and Judson and mercy sakes. South Central's in there.
Yep, 3 flags coming.
And then they come in. Like Shiloh, man, I got his face mask touched.
I guess all Don's going to do is yell face mask, and the ref's like, all right. If you say so.
Now, see, I was always that guy. Well, I remember they called a foul on somebody else when I was in basketball, and I was that kid that said, no, it was me. It was me. I was always a believer in good karma. But obviously, we saw the face mask there, but, sometimes you get those calls or whatever. No, which that was obviously a face mask. I'm not saying that. Don't know where I was going with that. Like I said, the sleep deprivation is now starting to kick in. I'm not seeing double, and I'm not hearing voices. I mean, I can hear you guys still. So,
should we shake up the Coke bottle a little bit, get you some excitement?
I don't know. I don't know.
Might make a little mess.
Might. We don't want to do that up here. Oh man, that's something else we need to clean up. Golly, and then, trust me, we got plenty to do after the game goes. That one goes outside to Shue, and he bounces outside, just gets past the outstretched arm of McKenzie, and gets up for a first down for Anthony Shue.
And that's where Triton has, in the past couple games, really had those breakout plays with those tosses to Anthony Shue, and that's where Anthony Shue had a 67-yard run touchdown today. So
it just dawned on me. I had a Bill Walton moment. I started talking about something that didn't make any sense at all.
What was that?
I started talking about the whatever that thing was about the penalty or foul or whatever you want to call it. I had a Bill Walton moment.
Bunny trailer.
Oh golly, I had a Bill Walton moment. I'm sleeping tonight. This is bad. Shue now breaks free. Trace Shue on his feet and rumbles forward the Diesel, and a first down there for him.
Well, I'm so far confused. I got that short-term memory we've been talking about. I think I didn't even know what you were talking about. I was lost.
Well, you started work early today too, so
yeah. Give me a little break too, I guess.
You ought to come tomorrow morning and help with the volleyball stuff.
Yeah. Know nothing about volleyball, and they hit the ball.
And you think I do? I'm learning.
That one went over the net.
Hey, some of those still learning all the official signals and.
Oh, and sometimes they look different each time too. So.
I'll just say the things I know. The thing in the middle there is a net.
Oh my gosh! We need to stop. You just need to stop right there. Oh, and Cole Shively. It's popped, but got rid of it in time. I think Riley Wood got a little bit of a carry there. Good carry by him.
And it doesn't.
I really thought that Cole Shively had the football there.
It doesn't look like Bremen's let off the dogs. I don't think any subs in yet here.
And McKenzie, we've seen that now a few different times where he just blows through that line there.
Yeah.
Good penetration by him coming out of that middle linebacker spot.
Him and Eckenbarger are real leaders on this team.
He gets one. Outside. Nice Shue keeps a hold of it.
If he would have lost that, that would have been our fifth fumble. If he would have lost that. I'm glad he didn't.
Oh, boy.
Got a lot to clean up on both ends, but, we got time to clean it up. It's still pretty early in the season. So.
And for these guys, you can't get down. You got to find what positives you can and just move forward, go back to work, learn what you can, and just get better. I mean, that's the big thing. Got to get better each week.
And the thing I always try to remind myself is no matter how bad you lose by,
or if you trip inside on your way to the end zone and you don't quite make it there, you still come and bounce back the next week. Oh man, I saw it, dude. You opened that door.
No matter how fast you get run down. Oh man.
And it's on that kid's huddle forever. I'm sorry.
I've been put on a couple mixtapes about me being run over too, so.
But to go along with your story, you can finish now. That no matter how low you get.
Memory, I don't know what I'm saying.
See, exactly. So you just go with the next play. That one's gone. I mean, just go with the next one. Oh my. 3rd and 1 now from the Bremen 25. It's shy to go with the quarterback keeper and go up the middle.
Oh, that worked pretty well.
And that one pops free there, but they blow it dead.
I think he was down. He was down on that, I believe.
At the 21-yard line.
Sure looked like it. I'll move the chains here.
There's Landon Lemler leading the charge there.
See if we can put another one in the end zone here.
See if we can. I'm sure he was
I think he was down.
I think they stopped, and I thought I heard a whistle, but I wasn't entirely sure.
4-yard run for Shively. First and 10
He still got it. Still got it.
Got it. And
Yeah, I think his knee touched right there, didn't it? Or am I wrong? I don't know. He could have been being held up. But Josh Lemler had a good push there. Shively just went right behind him.
Ham's in motion. Shively stops. Here comes the pressure. Steps up in the pocket and gets brought down there by Mosier.
Shively sacked in the back.
Bremen's pass pressure has been insane today. They've been everywhere. Everywhere that Shively wants to move to, he doesn't feel comfortable. The pocket is just always, he's scrambling. Bremen's defensive line, I would be
to the 24-yard line.
very happy with them if I was a Bremen coach.
You know, in their effort, this is a team that, keep on working. It's a long, you're still in the early going that first third of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Long way to go yet. A lot to learn yet.
And Bremen, hold on.
And Shively pitches it outside to Shu, cuts up field, spins away. Shu's still on his feet.
Bremen, that's how you want to respond. They got handled pretty well by South Bend, Washington in their last game, and they come back over here to Bourbon, and they kind of show us that they're not the underdog or anything like that. They kind of.
And John Harrow had this game favored by 7, and watching the previous weeks and stuff, that really just doesn't give credit to either one of these teams. Like today's game, Triton has really grown. Yeah, they beat a pretty evenly matched South Central team, a Caston team that was very good, and then they played with both these teams played with LaVille. These two teams got a lot of room to grow, but yet a lot of potential there out there on the football field for both teams.
And you can kind of see when Triton doesn't turn the ball over, they're moving the chains. We started this drive on what, our 35 or something like that. So
a couple penalties helped along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When we don't turn the ball over, we seem like a pretty good offense, moving the chains and picking up running blocks and getting to the second level. And
of course, it's all subs. Trey Shue had the big run there.
Yeah, Trey Shue, yeah.
So,
he
like I
hasn't
said,
gotten a lot of carries.
Riley Wood on the backfield, and the ball's free, and it's still free, and Bremen picks it up. And that was Estrada with the fumble recovery.
Fumble on the play, recovered by.
And now that's our 5th fumble of the game.
Returns the ball out to the 31-yard line.
So turnover there for the Trojans with 4:03 to go in the ball game.
Four minutes and Bremen's got the ball.
I just watched the replay. You can't see. All of a sudden, the ball's out. You can't see who hit or what happened or.
Wind's picking up a little bit.
See the accelerator.
Oh, the accelerator's in the house.
Yeah, he has got a message for Trent there.
Never let Trenton forget.
What did he say?
He said, oh, no, don't worry, Hunter. I will never let him forget he got ran down by a lineman. Oh, man.
I'll be the bigger man. I hope you're having fun at Trine, Hunter. Hope your first freshman season goes well, buddy.
Oh my! You know what's funny about that whole thing though? There, I don't know if Hunter ever got ran down by a lineman.
Stop it! Oh my goodness, man! I'm gonna take off this headset.
Oh boy!
Hunter can have my headset, man.
Oh, you can just feel the love up here in the press box.
Not me.
You had a Ryan earlier zinging me on stuff. That was off the air though, where he was picking on me. And a nice run as that was Connor Dixon. I'm sorry. Excuse me. That was Caleb Singer. I saw it looked like a 1.5. It was 45.
Make that number 45.
I think they got a couple subs in here on the offensive line.
I saw the slap. Boy, Eagle Eye just fell asleep there. Oh man, I miss Hunter. See, nothing but love there, Trent. You're good, man. You're good. Oh man.
I wonder, I don't know. Never mind.
Moser still in the game, goes forward. Nice job there. The
Lumberjack
pulling the pile back, and good push up there by the line to
Do you know if Max Slusher, if he starts over there at Triton now? Or if he plays any?
I'm pretty sure he plays. I haven't followed enough.
I don't know.
Shame on me there.
He's gotten really bulky. Some of his pictures, man, he looks jacked.
I'll tell you.
Got him on the meat and taters.
He isn't missing too many meals. I mean, Max looks tough as always. I mean, he looked tough as a high schooler, too.
He went from fruit snacks and juice boxes to meat and taters.
Oh, hey. You still can always go back to the juice box and the fruit snacks, man. It's always there. Mosier rose forward and a stop there. Oh, did Shu come away with the ball? I think they're going to say Triton recovered it.
Okay.
I thought he was down. I heard whistle.
I thought so too. I
guess so.
Didn't see it pop out.
See everything. Just Anthony Shu just reached in there and ripped it out. That's exactly what he did. Yeah. Shu just reached right in the breadbasket and ripped it right out.
Although when he started running, that wouldn't have counted because he was already down anyway. So, but good call by the ref. Our ball. Why we ripped it out at?
2-minute warning.
Perfect.
Do we have 2-minute warning in high school? No, we don't.
No.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
good grief! I was watching something else, and there's no 2-minute warning in high school.
We gotta put you to sleep, man.
Enter Sandman before I get out of here tonight. Cole Shively on his feet. He'll go for the quarterback. Ain't going down quietly, and a first down there for Cole Shively.
It'd be nice to put another touchdown on the board and make it look a little more presentable.
First down at the 30
Oh, boy. And I reference Metallica. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hey, I'm teaching Jackson well, okay?
Yeah, that's true. You got him on all the good movies. Indiana Jones.
Hey, we got him. We got him on the right kind of music. We got Pearl Jam. We got some good stuff there.
He
likes his AC/DC. He's pretty sold on Thunderstruck. I mean, he is pretty. Caden doesn't like it, but
he would like us.
And a snap between the legs there. Shively just falls on a flag here on the near side.
Isn't that what we run out to? Thunderstruck.
Yep. It'll fit that.
He would love watching us come out.
Oh, he would. He needs to be here though. I think they might come in the October 1st game.
2nd and 19.
Okay, well, and that'll. As we're going to get a illegal procedure on the Trojans.
Illegal procedure against Triton.
Kind of stopped writing down penalties, I think, on accident. Because I forgot to mark down that big LaVille one that brought back that touchdown.
Bremen?
I know.
Oh, don't. I saw it earlier. Don't even.
I kind of.
Golly.
I didn't say anything, though. I didn't say anything.
I know you didn't.
I'm just at it.
I know. I saw what you did. Shively now keeping himself and go forward. He get brought down there from behind by Easton Reed. As we near the final minute of the ball game, Triton going to fall to 2-2 on the season, and both teams will be 2-2 after this game.
Who was Bremen's other loss? South Bend, Washington, and...
You mean when?
When?
It was South Bend, Washington.
Who's the other team they played?
Well, they played LaVille, lost to LaVille.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about LaVille.
High pass to Snyder, too high. Incomplete, and 4th down coming up.
We've kind of gone away from the pass ever since Shively's been getting pressured so much. And
this is kind of the thing for this offensive line, played against a tough front. These guys here, they'll go back to work and they'll bounce back.
Tucker Warsham had a couple snaps earlier, and he's back in, and he is going to be, I think he's going to be a really good tackle. So
he's got a lot of potential. A lot of these guys here on this line just
he can push people around.
Pitch outside to Shu. Searching for the first down, but can't quite get there, and that'll turn it over to Bremen with 40.8. You got to give these guys props. They continue to battle hard and helping one another get up.
Lions came in here with a mission and made it known right from the start.
As they continue their reign over the Trojans. Triton, they're only graduating a few seniors. So this is still a young team, and, Bremen's got a young team over there as well. So This still could be an interesting game going forward. These two teams very young, and some bright spots for both teams.
We got some good
underclassmen
coming in. Jaden Overmeyer, and I watched this other kid. What's his name? Vincent Duff. Should watch that kid sometime. He's a beast. A man among boys.
Well, and I think that'll pretty well do it here. As Bremen and Triton both 2-2 following this game. Won't have an interview tonight as we're going to get packed up. And
you want to get to bed?
I do want to get to bed. The man van doesn't have a button to say go home.
Don't have auto steer?
No, not yet. I may have to take a short nap before. Golly.
You get Tesla.
Well, there you go.
We'll
make it work.
Autopilot.
Well, with that being said, we'll quit joking around here and let everybody go here tonight. And Amanda O'Hara alongside Trenton Kreft, Kaden Atkins, Kenny Barnhart, and as always, the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.